evening, everybody. Good evening, Core, the racist, Stanch. I'm just gonna sit here and wait because I don't want to miss even a single second, so, here we are. Hey, Camrek. Hey, Baron. Time to service some punk. I'm really hoping to see some gameplay. I mean, I doubt it. Actually, the Cyberpunk account answered someone by saying 2020 as a release date. I don't know if they were joking or not, but if they are, then it's a while away. It's a while away. Hey, Filche. Hey, Ragnarok. This guy. Sitting there. I don't know, racist. I don't know. I hope so. I somehow doubt it. But I'm still hoping. I am still hoping. I kind of just want to remove my face from the stream so I could just only see the stream. I would just know anything they want to talk about, anything they want to tell us. I'm here for it. Hey, Weiss. I bet it's that the game will be somewhere around 2019, early 2020. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think... I actually don't think they were joking with the 220. It seems plausible. Oh, there's no music? Oh, there's still music. Damn you. It seems plausible, but they're also sitting up straight, by the way, now, so maybe they are gonna go. Anything they do right now is gonna be a hint. Somehow.
Hey everyone, welcome back to GameSpot's coverage of E3 2018. I'm Mike Mahardy here with Lucy James as always.
Hello.
And we have an exciting guest and an exciting game on our stage right now. We're here with Kyle Rowley.
Hello.
Hi.
Associate Design Director at CD Projekt.
Yes, Associate Design Director at CD Projekt Red. Working on
CD
Cyberpunk.
Projekt. Yes, Cyberpunk 2077. Yes. All right, so the trailer finally released, what, 2 days ago now? It's been out in the open?
Oh man, it's such a relief for it to finally be out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it's shrouded in secrecy.
Yeah, everyone at the studio is super hyped. We're super excited to see the reactions and everything. So, yeah, I'm really excited about people seeing what other stuff we have to show. So, yeah.
It's been one of the most asked about games since it got. If I remember correctly, it got announced even before The Witcher 3 was like a known
2013,
thing.
Yeah,
it's been a while now. So let's talk about the trailer. We can talk about gameplay, right? We can dive into that.
We can talk
cool.
about that.
Well, actually, let's just dive into that. I think that's what everybody probably wants to know about. So what can you tell us about the gameplay that the trailer might not have made clear?
Okay, so a few things. So first of all, the game is a first-person perspective role-playing game.
Okay.
There's a few reasons for that. The main thing that we really, we're spending a lot of time on creating this a very detailed cyberpunk world set in Night City. It's all handcrafted. There's a lot of atmosphere. We really want the player to feel the depression and the fact that these mega corporations are kind of stamping down on people's lives and kind of and to kind of really showcase that and to kind of really immerse the player in that world. We decided that the first-person perspective was the best way of doing it. So it's first person, doesn't mean it's a first person shooter or anything like that. The game is definitely a role-playing game. So I really want to emphasize the fact that it's a role-playing game with some shooter elements rather than like a first person shooter with a bit of a role-play layered on top.
Sure.
We have very deep progression systems. So all the things you would expect from a CD Projekt Red game, multiple different progression systems actually, skills, attributes, perks, like cyberware obviously. So yeah, it's definitely a role-playing game in the first-person perspective.
And you were saying are you going to start with like a base character and build them out, or are there going to be classes that you start from, or how will that work?
So the player takes on the role of V. She's like an urban mercenary hired gun. She takes on dangerous jobs, or he or she actually. She takes on dangerous jobs that no one else will. And as I was talking about before, we really wanted to give this feeling of the city being quite oppressive. So in order to kind of break free from this oppression, she really has to, the player's really focused on completing these different missions, freeing themselves from the state, building their own, defining their own rules. So the player plays as V, and yeah, we have a full character creation system in the game. Yep. So you'll be able to define your gender, whether it's male or female. You'll be able to define how you look. So we have various different body types, hairstyles, clothes, tattoos, makeups, and many, many more. And obviously you can define your what we're calling life path. It's like a backstory. And the things you define in your life path and your backstory can modify or unlock different things as you're playing through the game. Now, at the start of the game, we don't actually have any kind of classes that you pick from.
Okay.
Obviously, in Cyberpunk 2020, there's lots of different roles that you can partake on. So corporate, rocker boy, netrunner, techie, etc. At the start of the game, you're not picking any of those classes. Basically, as you're progressing through the game, you're modifying and adjusting your class based on the attributes, the perks you pick, the sideware you install. So it's a very fluid class system. We don't lock you in at the very start of the game or anything like that. So.
Outside of the obvious like Cyberpunk 2020, the property, what were some outside influences that you guys looked at for building Night City? I mean, a lot of people immediately were saying Blade Runner during the trailer, but what are some of those influences that factor in?
Yeah, I mean, like as you can see in the trailer, we focused a lot on kind of trying to build the Cyberpunk atmosphere in daytime, because we know for a fact that we can create the kind of moody, atmospheric, noir feeling that you get from Blade Runner. So for the trailer, we really wanted to showcase how you can take the cyberpunk elements of like this dystopian world and kind of and show it when the sun's out. So like, because it's not something that you necessarily experience in traditional cyberpunk media. But that's not to say we don't have those Blade Runner noir-like elements. Actually, one of the terms that we're phrasing for the game story is like game noir. Like the story is very noir and how it works. Had the feeling and the different kind of missions and characters you're interacting with, it definitely has that noir vibe. So if anyone's worried that we're not going to have this kind of Blade Runner noir feeling, it's definitely going to be there. The game has a full day-night cycle with weather systems, so yeah, you get to experience both daytime and nighttime, and for sure we'll have that neon cityscape that people really are craving for.
One of the things I was interested in finding out is how you've taken Cyberpunk 2020 and like tried to take the design elements from that and how you can translate those into a video game compared to a tabletop.
I mean, we've been working super closely with Mike Pondsmith, who's like the creator of the 2020 rulebook. I mean, for sure, there's a lot of aspects from the 2020 rulebook which is built into the lore. So obviously, we take the city as a whole. The city itself is based. Night City is based on the 2020 rulebook. There's a lot of characters from 2020 who will make an appearance in 2077. We can't go into details about how it will work or anything like that, but for sure there's characters from the lore that you can expect to find there. And then obviously in terms of the gameplay side, as I said before, the classes and the roles are prevalent in the game. We're kind of focusing on three main ones for the actual game itself, so Netrunner, Techie, and the Solo. But it's not like, as I said, it's not like you kind of pick one at the start and then you just play with it through the way through. You basically craft your class or your archetype as you're playing through the game. So hypothetically, you can have bits of Techie and bits of Netrunner and bits of Solo, and you can kind of combine them. The other cool classes that are in there, like in the game in general, like Rocker Boy and Corporate, they're kind of more in there from a lore perspective, from a story perspective. You'll encounter characters who represent those other alternate roles, but it's not something that we're going to allow the player to necessarily play with.
It's such such a different aesthetic, obviously, than The Witcher, fantasy inspired, which was also based on like existing properties. But what were some of the biggest lessons that the team took from their other properties, Witcher 1, 2, 3, 3 especially being the the studio was maybe Witcher 2 was its breakout game, but Witcher 3 was just this phenomenon, right? What were some of the biggest lessons that the team found from Witcher 3 that really wanted to implement in Cyberpunk?
I mean, for sure, how we build an immersive world, the attention to detail that we put in Witcher 3, we're doing the same thing again, but in like a completely new genre for us. We were very proud of how the story and quest system is in Witcher. So we're taking all of that stuff that we learned from Witcher 3, and we're taking it and putting it in Cyberpunk. As I said at the start, I really want to emphasize the fact that we're a role-playing game first and foremost, and not like a shooter or anything like that. It's choice and consequence of your actions, like how you interact with characters and the choices you make and how that affects the story is super important. We're a narrative-driven company first and foremost. It's like the one thing that we're super passionate about and super proud about, and obviously the role-playing aspect as well. So how we built those quests and how we got the player immersed in those stories and those are the kind of things that we really want to translate to Cyberpunk. We're not really looking to build this epic tale that kind of is like a save the world kind of story. In the same vein of the Witcher games, we're really focused on like personal stories, like personal stories of the people in the world, and personal stories for V as herself as well. So.
one of the things that's really special about CD Projekt is the relationship that you guys have with your fans. Like in particular, like Witcher, the way that you handled DLC, and you're very open in talking to the fans about the games that you're making. Obviously, with Cyberpunk, you announced and then went quiet for so long. But even in your like sort of re-reveal trailer, you kind of apologized for that. Going forward, like what kind of relationship are you going to be having with getting details about Cyberpunk out?
I mean, we're going to be significantly more open, I think. I think that's the first thing. I mean, that's why we're so excited, really, because it's the start of us being able to talk about the game. We've been working on it for quite a long time, and we have a lot of information to share with people. And so I would for sure expect more information being drip fed out over the next X amount of time. I don't really want to. I can't really.
Almost said it.
Yeah, I almost said it. Yeah. So yeah, for sure, we're going to be. We'll be interacting on social media. We'll be interacting on the forums. Like we'll be answering questions. Obviously, there's some things that we don't. For story is one thing that we're not very. We want to keep that under wraps. But we'll be open to talking about how the gameplay works, what the player can do in the game. So yeah. We're going to definitely be more open, I would say.
Can you talk a little more? I mean, you're saying it's not going to be, it's obviously not a shooter, it's an RPG, but still I think people, if you could talk about it, are probably curious about how combat will work in general.
Right. Okay, yeah. So we have both ranged combat, so we have guns, and we have melee-based combat as well. So, and obviously, we learned quite a lot from the combat in Witcher 3. And we're translating that, to kind of go back to your other question, we're translating that's the lessons we learned in the gameplay about how to do melee and try and transfer it to Cyberpunk. Obviously, it's very different in the fact that we're now doing it from a first-person perspective rather than from the third person. But the lessons that we learned in Witcher, we can definitely translate. Yeah, so in weapons-wise, we have basically there's three main types of weapons that you can, three kind of gameplay-themed style weapons that we have. We have power weapons, which are focused on like traditional weapons that you would have nowadays. So they're when you fire them, we may have, for example, exaggerated hit reactions and staggers to kind of emphasize the hit impacts. And then we have tech weapons, which are kind of focused on penetrating through walls and objects and NPCs and stuff like that. And then we have smart weapons, which are basically weapons which can track and follow targets around the game. We're again, because, and I keep going back to it, but because we're a role-playing game and we understand some people aren't necessarily averse to Twitch-based combat who like playing role-playing games. We tried to design, for example, the smart weapons around being something that people can pick up and play casually without necessarily have to be super efficient with shooting people in the head with more Twitch-based, reaction-based combat. So we're trying to cater to both audiences there with that. So, yeah.
So horses are gone, but it looks like there's flying cars. Is that how we're going to be getting around?
We will be getting around in vehicles.
Okay.
We're only really talking about right now is that for sure we're going to have motorcycles and we're going to have drivable cars.
Okay. Right.
The other vehicles that potentially in the game, we're not talking too much about that stuff right now. I mean, we have them obviously in the trailer, the AVs, and for sure they're going to be big narrative. They're going to be narrative set pieces where we utilize AVs a lot, but we're not talking about anything about the actual
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you play as V, is V going to be voiced?
Yeah. So we have both a male and female voiced V. For us, it's in the same way we had with Geralt. As a studio, we feel we can create more interesting and deep stories. Like our stories are quite character driven. So for us having someone who's voiced and is a named character, it allows us to build relationships better with characters. So that's why we decided to go with a named character rather than necessarily having like a blank slate with no name and just can do completely whatever you want with. So V, in a sense, does have her own kind of personality, but you shape it as a player. So depending on how your backstory that you select at the start and how you interact with characters, you can kind of shape V as a person as you're playing through the game. So
the cyberpunk aesthetic and genre, I guess, is so much less established than fantasy. What's it like working with cyberpunk and being able to do this kind of like dystopia as opposed to this fantasy world?
I mean, I think that even in Witcher 3, we were kind of more dark fantasy than necessarily high fantasy.
Yeah.
So I think we're quite good at telling stories which aren't the most happy stories in the world. I think the biggest difference for us is obviously the fact that the feeling of the world is just very different from what we did in Witcher 3. And the feeling of the world and trying to understand the technology that is in the world. And we spend an awful lot of time, and this is something that as a studio, again, we're quite proud of, is that we spend a lot of time on figuring out details of the world, its lore, making sure it's believable, it has a purpose. And I mean, Cyberpunk's actually set in an alternative timeline to our own. So it's not like in 2077, it's a future based on our future as it is right now. It's kind of based on a future from like the 1890s Cyberpunk future. So it's not like we can just take what we see here and try and transfer it to the game. We have to reinvent things like how it was based on how it was before in previous Cyberpunk literature.
Is it like a Southern California influenced area?
Yeah, so it's set in Night City, which is on the coast of California.
Gotcha.
It's in between actually Los Angeles and San Francisco.
Okay, cool.
But it's a fictional city.
Yeah.
So again, it gives us liberties to basically do as we want. Obviously, there's heavy inspiration from like Los Angeles and San Francisco and San Diego and all those kind of things. We have all those elements in the city. And a bit like in, we really wanted to kind of emphasize the fact that there's 6 unique districts inside the city. So it's not like when you're traveling through, it's going to feel the same all the time. It kind of comes back to what I was talking about when we want it. You'll have the noir feeling and you'll have the day to night cycle. You'll also have kind of more kept areas with the like high rich corporates are staying, but you'll have areas like Pacifica which are kind of totally overrun with gangs, and it's just like they kind of own the streets. It's very depressing, like poverty is like everywhere. So it's like you'll definitely, as you're traveling through the city and your different districts, you'll definitely feel the difference between the districts. So it won't feel the same wherever you're playing.
Okay.
So, we really want to encourage the player to explore Night City. So, and the other big difference obviously is that with Witcher it was very like wide landscape, like horizontal, whereas for Cyberpunk we're really pushing verticality more. So we have a lot of buildings you can enter which have a lot of floors in them, so you can explore. We have some things called like mega buildings, which are kind of like these huge complex micro societies in on themselves. They have like vendors and shops and gunsmiths and apartment blocks and all that kind of stuff, all inside like one big building. So when you're exploring the world, you go inside a mega building and you're like, okay, now I'm going to explore inside here and see what I can find. There's like stories to be told, there's like quests to find, missions to go on, stuff like that. So
are you able to talk at all about, like, does V level up and stuff as she goes along? How is that going to work within the context of like such a huge world with side quests, main quests? Are things going to scale to your level? Can you over level yourself?
We're not doing any kind of level scaling really. I mean, we basically have 2 forms of experience. We have like standard experience, which you'll gain from completing kind of core missions. And then we have what we call street cred, which is an alternate experience you gain from doing side missions.
Right.
And actually, when you're completing both main quests and side quests, you kind of get a bit of both, but we kind of separate that. We split the amount of each XP depending on if you're doing a main or side mission.
Okay.
So main missions kind of get core XP, and side missions get the street cred. Street cred's basically a way for you to, based on your street cred level, you can unlock different vendors and will unlock different fixers. Fixers are kind of like mission givers in this world, right? So they'll give you jobs to do, and you get access to new fixers as you're kind of leveling up your street cred. So.
Okay. Well, Kyle, unfortunately, that's all the time we have, but thank you so much for shedding more light on Cyberpunk.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know everybody has had questions for years now, so it's nice to be getting some of them answered, definitely.
Cool. Thanks a lot, man. It's been awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And have a good rest of the week, and I might or might not, but definitely will maybe get to play the game later today. I'm excited about.
Yes.
But anyway, thank you so much, Kyle.
Oh, no worries.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And if you're at home, keep around GameSpot. Stick around GameSpot. We will have the amazing adventures of Captain Spirit on very shortly. We'll see you then.
Okay, I don't care about that right now. There's gameplay available? My guy, there's gameplay available? Excuse? And we're not seeing it? What do you mean you're gonna go play it? You bastards. But yeah, no, this is good. This is good. This is a good development of everything that we just heard. Side missions in The Witcher, 99% of people that didn't actually bother doing them didn't do them because they thought that's useless. It doesn't get me anything. Even though they kind of wanted to see the story, they felt like it was useless to do because you didn't get any experience. But now if they separate 2 types of experience, that actually fixes that completely, because you're still going to get your street cred, which is not part of your level, right? That's good. That's good. I like that. And just the whole idea of a tiny town, basically, well, not a tiny town, like the entire tower is a tiny town. It's not a tiny town within a tower, it is a tiny town. I'm gonna have to make a video about this again, obviously. You have to. There's actually going to be more, hold on. There's going to be more of them. More presentations, I should say. But the next one's 11, so we actually have some time to kill. And the next one is at IGN Live. I have no idea if they're gonna say anything new at that point, or if it's gonna be basically the same questions. I'm hoping it's something new. So we're gonna go ahead and stream that as well at 11. Once that's up, in the meantime, we're gonna play some video games, obviously. I kind of wanna play all kinds of Witcher right now, but like that would just dump me in the middle of a playthrough for some reason. And the guy in the back, he's like, this guy is just standing here like, I wanted to go and play Cyberpunk, but they're gonna make me sit here. Just saying. Yeah, but the thing is, Energizer, you're gonna go back to play them, but a lot of people skipped the side stories in The Witcher. And it's total waste, because The Witcher side stories are just complete stories in and of themselves. It's not just like, hey, go fetch 12 bear asses. No, it's a genuine story. And people just ignore it. Which I totally get if you don't really play The Witcher otherwise, or if you don't know much about how the world works inside the game, then of course you're gonna skip them if you're not gonna get anything out of it. I did not actually Cestalium. I think I will play a bit of Vampyr then. Alright, we'll play a bit of Vampyr. A little bit of Vampyr. At 11. To kill the time while we wait. Resub. Yeah, sorry Alex, I'm so sorry. Welcome back, but I have them disabled for E3 purposes, so you don't get, like, I'm not even talking through the, hold on, through the interview, so if you have a sudden sub sound in the middle of it, that's just dreadful. I did not want to do that to you. Where is it? Alright, you can go get, you can go away, GameSpot, you have served your purpose. You have served your purpose. We'll be back at 11. Not at GameSpot, though. It's just back. Back at 11. I'll turn on the alerts for now. Don't worry. Don't worry. Like, that girl's shoes are on point. Can I just say? Because her shoes are on point. That has to be said. Someone needed to say it. I'm saying it. Wait, what is this even? What am I... Enable all the things? Alright. You should be able to have your alerts shown again. Presentator was joking about the gameplay. Well, that makes me madder than if he wasn't, actually. I would really like to see some gameplay. That's the dream. That's the dream. If someone actually sees gameplay. I mean, I didn't expect any, so I'm not surprised, but I can dream. I can dream, right? I'm gonna play so much Switch. Holy crap. A small test stream with a randomizer Nuzlocke, and I managed to kill all my Pokemon in half an hour. You monster. You absolute monster. Did they state a release date? Not yet. However, in the tweet line where someone actually asked about a release date, they answered 2020. I don't know if they're joking, but it sounds pretty plausible, considering. Even then, I would expect, I guess, early 2020. All right, so we've already had this conversation, so we're gonna skip quite a bit of this. We were at the this is what I said, yeah. We talked about all of this as well. I'm sorry you have to see this again. Oh, my PC is like, oh my god. What's going on? Where is the Cyberpunk gone? Is that just the top again? Yeah, I have to put something heavy on top. Where's my Lovecraft books? What did I do with my Lovecraft? Oh. Come here. What are you doing over there, you weirdos? I'll put some Lovecraft books on top of my computer, because I'm a monster. Did they announce a release date for Pokemon for the Switch? I actually think they did. Wasn't there some... Oh, something was announced at August, and I don't know if that was Pokemon. I'm pretty sure they did. I'm pretty sure there was one.
What will be the for that?
Come on, just let me get to the biting part.
Harriet,
Who is old Bridget?
I believe I've learned all I need.
Okay. This is where we were... This is where we left off. I'm pretty sure. It's mostly where we left off. Close enough, right? I'd like to trust you, right?
Strive to emulate your merciful nature, Sean, but it's a difficult pledge to make.
Wait, did I say that? Now I feel like I didn't make that. Well, he says the same thing, so it's fine. He says the same thing. Alright, so... The thing is... Okay. Computer... sees noise. Is the audio low? Oh, of course it is. I'll turn it up. Is this better? Can you hear the ticking? See, because this one is apparently unlocked. So I only know this because I talk to enough people. So this is a special thing that we're doing. Oh, the noise is just because the case doesn't actually fit completely. Like, I should get a new case, basically. But... Alright.
My discovery.
This is where we left off.
Vampire blood would enhance your metabolism, perhaps even heal you. If what old Bridget says is true, I'll give you some of mine.
Although technically that should have healed the other vampires already.
It would be extremely awkward.
You have no choice, Sean. It's the only way to protect your cheptel, those still amongst the living.
No, Dr. Reed. God made me this way. Who am I to disobey his will?
You believe that God's plan was for you to be abandoned at birth.
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
I can't imagine God intended for you to be molested by a priest in an orphanage. Drink, friend.
No.
I said kneel and drink.
See, I needed
Now.
3 different hints for this one. The one about the orphanage, the one about the abuse, and I needed the one about the vampire blood. So that's 3. Otherwise I couldn't have used this, but I don't know how I feel about the solution. Does he just turn straight back? Achievement unlocked, Sacrificial Lamb. And that ups my mesmerize level, of course it does. So, the district will soon suffer the consequences of your action. He's just sort of... He's pretty down about it. I can't talk to him. What on earth? So is he... He still looks the same? So the moment I go to sleep, everything goes to hell, I guess. I hope he doesn't die. That would be very upsetting. I really do not want to kill him. Though that would be weird because... Who's screaming? Why are we screaming? Oh.
Another corpse thrown in the streets. Someone's playing a very sick game.
At least we can be sure it's not him. Wouldn't it be better to just gut him? No, you would always... You only have the option to either drink his blood or just spare him. And I guess he would continue as a Scal. But, I don't know. It seems like a bad option. Doesn't it seem like a bad option? Huh. I could inspect him just a second ago. There we go. I'm sorry, Spellcaster. Oh, why didn't that show up? I am sadness. Huh. It should be up. Well, I saw your thing, Vargas. I'm sorry. Welcome back. Thanks for the resub.
I know this brooch. This is my mother's. A birthday gift from father.
That's awkward. Old brooch. Can we look at it? An old elegant brooch belonging to Jonathan's mother.
29 Pretty Orchard Street. That's near Poplar's district. Why would this man carry off my mother's brooch? I must go there.
Because he stole it, I would assume. I kind of want to sleep and see what happens to the guy.
Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance? Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
How did he get so quickly on the spot? How did he do that? How did you do this, man?
Did you see what happened to him?
Actually, yes. He was thrown from the roof like a vulgar log.
A vulgar log. That's a description he just used, yes. Vulgar log.
Why is it that you sound so afraid?
You didn't see it. He was dead before he hit the ground. The strength required to do such a thing, well, it beggars belief.
Well, it wasn't the purple guy, because we killed him.
Who could have done that?
Who? Well, a vampire, of course. Look, bite
Course.
marks on the neck and lacerations here. There is definitely a vampire close by.
Didn't even get the option, Garnork. Okay, we didn't get any hints out of
Goodbye.
that.
And good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton.
Is he actually feeling good? Because, I don't know, if Sean dies, then everyone will be sad. Yeah, see, he's healthy. Recovering. I didn't treat him yet because I thought he was terrible. I couldn't actually find him. This guy might spread disease now, though. And this district is just doing dreadful, and I cannot find this man. Even though I have his thing. He's almost dead. Genuinely. I need to go there. I need to go back to Whitechapel. People are dying. People are going to die. Actually, do I want to talk to the very annoying people?
You again? What do you want?
She did not get better.
Did you see what just happened?
No, I didn't. And I don't care.
Really? Why is that?
Because this sexist pig is one of the 4 men who blacklisted me. Good riddance, if you ask me.
I don't think you got blacklisted for being a woman, my dear. Considering our previous conversations, I think it's just because you're annoying.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Bye. She will care.
Glad to see you again, Mr. Reed.
See, she's happy to see me.
Did you see what happened?
No. I was coming back to the shelter from work when I heard an awful scream, and there was this man, dead, just in front of the building.
You saw nothing at all?
No, I told you, just that awful woman's scream.
A woman?
Scream. Are you sure?
Of course. It was terrifying. I thought it was my sister, so I ran. But it was a man I've never seen round here before.
Okay, so we don't even know who the guy is. Just that he's dead, that he has my mother's brooch, and that he was dead before he fell. Okay, but I want to go to... I want to get to Whitechapel. Not to the merchant. But anywhere where the guy is. I guess this line separates everything. I gotta find him. But that's actually in Whitechapel, so that's not terrible. Mouse, stop doing that. Co-op Pokemon game. I would be too if I had friends in real life. Healthy. Yeah, you're just lying to me now. I was gonna say, where's all the enemies at? Is that another one of those wolves? Why is he just standing here? Level 20 as well, just randomly standing around, but thanks for the blood sample. I don't think I can actually... Can I go around like this? I don't think I can. What's my map? Yeah, no, I have to go this way. Mouse, stop that. Not yet spellcaster. No, I've followed everything I could about anything Cyberpunk related at all. And they're very tight-lipped. They're very controlled about what they do and don't tell you. Also, how dare you close this off? Is that my only way in? Yeah, it kind of is. Hold on. Is that the way I was looking for? Not really. Make the mouse go away. Oh, when we have a next Dutch Comic Con, we'll just do Pokemon co-op and nothing else. Mouse. Oh, they just randomly spawned. Nice one. All of you bloody leeches need killing. Very, very rude. And my character does not feel good. I don't feel so good. Okay, now he does though. I just saw them spawning in as well. Hey, there's tons of Gamescoms, to be honest. Or tons of Dutch Comic Cons. I mean, yeah, it would be great if it was already out once we got to Gamescom, but... You know. From all people who should stream this interview, you're the only one who appeared to know about it at all. Seriously? It might be because I am permanently stuck to the Cyberpunk page Twitter. Since they released the trailer, I've been nowhere else. I've just been on that page. And I'll probably be stuck on that page for a while. Honestly, Forge a lot of games. There are so many games that I want to play from just the Microsoft presentation just blew me away. Does not get better. I need to find someone to cure here. Because it's not a healthy district at all. Oh, this is where we come from,
29 Pretty Orchard Street. This is it. What's in there for me?
It's a very good question. Lots of blood.
There's been a fight here.
Thanks, Captain Obvious. Certainly couldn't tell that. I guess I'll also join in on the stealing. You know. Well, they actually also showed Kingdom Hearts there, too. And there was an Ori game, next one. Metro was also shown. A lot of small games that I really want to show. I think most of those were actually shown on later presentations, though. Tomb Raider as well was shown. DMC, Devil May Cry, was also shown. Super hyped for that one. Just a ton of them. You need to watch the whole thing. Dr. Obvious, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Skull and Bones, Stanch. Cyberpunk was shown at the very end, yeah. Save the best for last. Oh yeah, Sekiro as well. New FromSoft game. But that's not where the blood goes. This is where the blood ends.
This window was shattered with violent force. Someone's been pulled through it and dragged through the street. Who could have done that?
Let's find out, Doctor. Oh, we're gonna look at it. Okay.
Where does this blood trail lead?
That is the question. I mean, if it's from the guy who's dead, then we know. Yeah, there was so much Super Smash. I was really hoping for some other games, and it was just all Super Smash Brothers. I mean, I don't mind because I like Super Smash Brothers, but that was a lot of it.
Are you deaf?
Yes. Try it. Thanks. How dare you burn me? There's Dante in it, yeah, and Nero was there, and I think I saw Virgil as well. The whole gang back together. Nier 2 got announced as well for PC right off the bat. Yes, and I haven't actually played the first one yet. So they know, do they? So are they following the same trail as me? And I guess they are. Ah, don't do that. Wait! Oh god, he lost me my targeting. He actually sets himself on fire there? Yeah, he does. Okay, little guy. Just drink your own blood, you'll be fine. Pokemon Company had kind of blown Nintendo's plans by revealing 3 Pokemon games 2 weeks prior. Really? I hadn't actually heard about that. I think I heard about the Pikachu one, though. Least hyped about Fallout, perhaps? They basically said we're doing Fallout Battle Royale, you can build stuff. Yeah, I don't know. The online part of Fallout 76, I do not like. I don't know why they went with that. I don't know why they didn't just say, okay, you can have your own game where you're not online on the servers and you can do whatever you want. And you can have the choice to be on an online server. Instead, they just went, you're gonna be online, my dude. Deal with it. And then you can lose your entire base if someone decides that they want to go that route. Like, you're gonna have to have an actual army with you if you want to keep anything built up. And then he said nukes, and I was like, no, yeah, like you just built your entire base, and you're super happy with it, and then someone's like, oh, let's nuke it. Let's just nuke it. There's barely story in it. I thought they just hadn't told us about the story yet. If there's definitely just no story at all, then it's even worse. But I mean, I'm willing to wait for that. I guess I'm not too optimistic. Oh, there's a corpse. Wait, what the hell? Is that my mother?
The marks on this woman's neck were made by the fangs of a vampire.
Why this, though? Why like this? Who the hell kills like this?
Golden watch in her pockets.
Another one? We're obviously taking the watch. Why would leave the weirdos? Are they gonna blame me for the death? Is that why? I guess we'll see.
This is the very flower my mother tossed on Mary's coffin. Someone is targeting my family.
But that's not her. That's not your mother, though.
Her shoes and clothes are quite worn out.
Yeah, there's no way it's already releasing in 2018. There is no way. Not a chance. Like, that's the one thing I can tell you for sure. There's not gonna be a Cyberpunk this year. I mean, I kind of get it, I guess, but if you're a Fallout fan and you just wanted any kind of Fallout, then I totally get it, but the Fallout that I enjoy is just a single player mode and the character interactions and all that, and if they take that out, then I don't know what's left, really. Yeah, nukes.
I see you.
I should hope so. You were just standing there. If you can't see me, that means you're blind. That's very sad.
Right then. It's a sick game. But given no choice in the matter, I might as well win it.
I might as well win it. What if it did release this year? No, CDPR does not rush. They do not rush. And I definitely don't believe they'll rush Cyberpunk. Not after all the efforts they've gone through already, with how long it's taken. Not a chance. Yeah, all the people are players that doesn't sit well with me though, because I want to have a story with characters I don't know, not Johnny who curses on the mic. No offense to all the Johnnies in here, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna be able to make so much medicine. I mean, I already was, but I've already been in this house at one point though. I'm pretty sure.
Jonathan.
Yes.
What was that?
I don't actually see
won't
her.
Let you escape.
But I guess she went... Yeah, I've been here and I was wondering what the hell the point was of this entire...
You very fast, but I'll catch you.
Of this entire just walk through here? I guess it was just part of a main story. Oh, another dead person. Nice. And I wanted to be here.
They've all been butchered.
And now I'm going to loot them. Also, Jonathan, you can't be upset about this because we butcher people all the time. Oh, they're very dead. Why is she going? Is she gonna go to the grave? I bet she is. Without NPCs, not much of a story, exactly. Good meal, Thera. Wait, did you kill this one as well? No. Why would she even bother killing anyone at this point, though? Hold on. I can't actually go through there. Yeah, I have to go and go around, I think. To actually get there. I have to go straight forward and then around. Yeah, they started development during the development of the DLCs or the you know, Blood and Wine and all that. That's when they started. So a long while ago. Oh look, another very, very dead person. Oh, and she's still standing around. What'd I say, lady? Go home. And she's not dead. Very nice. I guess they make up for the emptiness with NPCs and stuff. I do hope they actually have character in that case and not just filler.
Help me, please. You. What have you done?
Vicar Larrabee. What happened?
Demon. Hell Scourge. Son of perdition.
Vicar. Jonathan's no demon. He's just a soul. Returned from the dead.
What the hell?
Like your Christ, Vicar.
Mary. Is it really you?
Oh, it's me, all right. Precious brother.
What is Mother doing here?
I'm gathering the family for a final reunion. All smiling, all dead. Thanks to the good Dr. Reed.
Mary.
Mother, say hello to your son.
Hello, Jonathan.
I turned her into a vampire.
Mother,
What do we
But
have
how?
here, Mother? The prodigal son has lost his tongue. Our Jonathan always had the first and last word at dinner. The entertainer, the star of our show.
I'm sorry. Let me explain.
Shut up. It's my turn to do the talking. I have this nasty hole in my chest, Johnny. It needs to breathe.
What the hell?
Of course. You can speak.
She did not drink my blood, definitely
I've
not.
went so long without an answer. My husband killed in France. My child carried away by the flu. My brother promising to return in his letters, then disappearing in thin air.
Whose fault is that?
I went from hospital to hospital, cemetery to cemetery, grave to grave. I've lifted every stone in London, searching for an end to the nightmare. And there you were, in front of me, on a dark pier.
The hunger had taken me.
The joy to have finally found you. I longed for your arms, a final happy ending to so much tragedy, to tell me all would be well again, as you did when we were children. It was this filthy dock where you greeted your sister. I dug a tunnel from my grave with my fingers and teeth.
Mary. I thought I had murdered you. I tried to end myself. We've been through the same horror.
Yeah, her leg
You
has
are a
disappeared.
disease, Jonathan. A sickness that corrupts all it touches. All we kiss, and all we kill. Look at me. Admire your ilk.
She's literally missing part of her leg.
Sorry.
Apologies will not suffice. I demand reparation. I want a miracle.
What?
Are you a miracle worker, Dr. Reed? No? I'll show you mine then. The family Reed, reunited and complete, living forever in a red sea of eternal love. Time to go, Mother. Say hello to my son for
Mary,
me.
Why?
wait. I have made friends with vital knowledge. Vampires. We are not alone, Mary. With time, we can learn to live almost as we lived before.
And why does she hate her mother?
What?
How long will this masquerade continue? I've been watching you. All these nights in Whitechapel pretending you're still a doctor. You believe you're just fighting a disease. But it's you, the disease. Jonathan, you!
I'm a scientist. I'll find a solution. Let our mother go, please.
You're always the one to sway me to reason, Jonathan. But before, your motivations were always pure. Now you're tainted.
Let her go! She has no part to play in this.
How is she this strong already?
Very well. Have you heard our good doctor?
She has to be
You
a
can
full
go home,
vampire.
Mother. Go home and rest in peace.
Yes, I'll go home and rest.
It's so easy to make them obey or forget. Puppets for our pleasure. I've seen you have your fun.
You are mad.
So that's what I am, Doctor.
Yes.
Mad. I was beginning to wonder. I've been hearing these voices in my head. One in particular, that of my dead brother.
How?
This is the reason I must kill you. Not for your betrayal. Not for our poisonous kiss. Not even for the lies you tell yourself. No. It's so that smooth and wicked voice will stop ringing in my ear.
Mary. No, don't!
Time to die, brother. And this time for good.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have to interrupt this real quick. None of this makes sense. Apparently I am her maker. However, she's a full vampire, not a skull. She hears my voice, even though I'm not talking to her, like with my knowledge. She definitely did not drink my blood. So I couldn't have turned her in that way. She hates her mother 'cause why? She hates me 'cause why? What? She brought the vicar here 'cause why? I thought she was this pure, amazing person, and now she's just gone entirely mad. What? Sounds more like whoever's side her is manipulating her into hating you. And apparently she's hearing my voice. And I'm the one that killed her. Like, I actually killed her. So if someone else wanted to make her a vampire, she would have still have to be alive, but she's not. I killed her on the docks. Go on, Cor, go on. Maybe the same person who made you turned her as well after you killed her in some way. How the... Cor, I swear to God. It doesn't make any sense. It would make more sense for her to be a skull, but apparently... Yeah, the other thing is that she is really, really powerful. She's faster than me, immediately knowing how everything works. She's already mesmerizing people left, right, and center, drinking everybody's blood. It's... I'm sorry. That makes no sense at all. I mean... Why? Why does her slapping me with a cross also cause my health to be perma-gone? Aw, that doesn't work on her. Very rude. Wait.
You left me to rot in this grave.
What the hell? She is way stronger than that other guy. Way stronger than that other guy. Okay, here's another. Stop. She is way stronger than that other guy. The other guy, who is, first of all, apparently a super vampire, second of all, part of the Ascalon Club and renowned for hunting other vampires, she's stronger than him. Why? That's not possible. Maybe she hears your voice like you get experiences of your victims. That could be, but why does she hear my voice then? Like I hear my vampire sire. Why does she hear mine when I don't want it to happen? I don't even... How many days since you bit her? In-game, technically only like 2 or 3 days. So it's even worse. Hey, dragon. Can you not?
Kinslayer!
Kinslayer? What? You weirdo. I did not mean to do that, to be fair.
Kiss me again,
Are we promoting incest now? I mean... You're very pretty, but... I don't know that I'm into you like that. Also, I'm dying.
Give me your blood, priest.
Why can't I stop her from doing that?
Final thoughts are just to die for.
I guess I could have also bitten him because there was definitely a bite icon there. Wow, my stamina recovers really, really slowly. Really, really, really slowly.
Abomination.
Sometimes it interrupts and sometimes it doesn't, and I don't know when it does and doesn't. I'm so confused. Seriously, she is so strong.
Now you've killed me, brother.
And she interrupted my vampire ability and it makes me so mad. She's really strong.
Kiss me again, brother.
Stop saying that. I have like no levels. That is unfortunate. And I sincerely do not know what does and does not trigger her being staggered. Like, she is just... What? It's currently nearly 10, so it's about an hour still to go. I'm using my very upgraded dragon sword. Yeah, the purple dude is supposedly way stronger, but it just doesn't seem to matter. It just does not seem to matter. This bothers me way more than it should. Yeah, I have to go this way in game. Like they're contradicting their own lore so hard. See, cause here, yeah, I can also bite him if I want to.
What have you done?
Not much, if I'm honest. I need way more stamina. Wait, what? Did that just one-shot me? This actually just one-shot me. You kissed her and she started to fantasize like in God when she turned to a vampire. Yes. Yes. That is exactly what happened. Maybe she's just an ordinarily pissed off female. I mean, I didn't technically scorn her. I could go and level up, yes, I could go and level up. But I don't think it's technically necessary. I think I can take her without leveling up.
Come to me, Jonathan.
I don't want to, you are creepy. I don't know what that is, but it literally one-shots me. You're a monster, she says. E3 is in an hour. 1 hour for Cyberpunk. I still think someone else has fed her van blood. I don't know what happened. I'm gonna say that we'll find something else. We'll find out something else afterwards. And no, this is my sister. The sister that was dead. As I do, Karnork, as I do. I wonder if I kill her fast enough, if I can save him though. That's the only thing that I would want to maybe level up for. If it could save him. Because I somehow feel like I probably could.
You've killed me, brother. Rest in peace, monster.
Well, I'm not dead yet. You killed me a few times, but that does not count. See, this one-shots me.
You've burned away Nurse Crane's mind. You're a monster. Kiss me again, sweet brother.
That hurts me.
Blood priest.
Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think I can actually save him in time. That I would level up for. I don't know. I don't know if that's possible. I'm gonna go see if it's time-based or blood-based, because I think it's actually time-based. I'm a monster. I know. I know. I'm gonna go have a look at when she actually moves to attack the priest. And I wish I had more stamina. Boy, did I ever.
Abomination. What have you done? You left me to rot in this grave.
Yeah, I did that. I know. You keep saying that.
You've burned away Nurse Crane's mind.
Yeah, okay, it's definitely time-based.
Assassin! Come to me, Jonathan. Give me your blood, priest. Final thoughts are just.
It's definitely time-based, because I got there earlier last time. I'm just saying.
You killed me, brother.
No, I didn't. You did that to yourself.
Rest in peace, monster.
You're being very rude. I just want you to know that. Yeah, I think I'll go and level up and see if I can save the priest somehow. Because I think he's also a pillar.
Kinslayer.
But yeah, I can kill her at this level. I can. I just. Then it's without the priest.
Kiss me.
Very rude. Where's this place you two are fighting? Is it near the place you've bitten her? No, it's not. It is not. Although they didn't actually technically, they didn't talk about that. But yeah, we're gonna go and level up. See if we can save the priest. Because I got her the first time. It was like not even a quarter in. And right after that, I got her nearly halfway done. So we shall see. What time zone does the Cyberpunk show start? And will you make a video about it? If there's much to talk about, and I want to say that there is, then yeah, I'm gonna make a video about it, definitely. The next show for Cyberpunk is in roughly an hour. So a little while away still, but not too far. Hey, Vilskner. Alright. So we gotta go home. Although technically we have to check out most of Whitechapel still anyway. I don't know, what's the fastest way? Yeah, I guess we'll go back to the hospital in that case. Through here somewhere? Somewhere around there? Is there a way out through there? I hope so. Pretty sure there is. Is that an exit? Is it gonna be closed? No, it isn't. Good. Alright, so... Yo! I did not ask for this! I just got here. You're all very rude. Hold on, I'm getting your friend first, okay? You don't even really get experience for doing this. Alright, we'll go back. Back to the hospital. That gets you to Blackwall. We know it's not safe there either. There is also a quest here, actually. Don't know about what that is, but we shall see. Hello! How dare you? Oh, that was him! Alright, got him. Please stop calling me a filthy beast, I have feelings. Goodness sakes. I was gonna say, you better have something. Am I still going the right way? I wonder if I can go in there now. See, there's a quest at the entrance here. Hello? Where is it? What does it say? Doesn't want to tell me that. Cool. 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 Not cool. Well, there's something here, though. Do we want to talk about this?
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Alright,
Good evening,
Vargas.
Dr. Reed.
I can't talk to her
Goodbye,
about it.
Nurse Hawkins.
Wonder if it's upstairs. I do have to put the medication in the doctor's office. I don't know where that is. Necessarily. Upstairs, maybe? No, this is closed. My office? Maybe it's in here. Yes, it is. Ah, I can sneak around his office now.
It's locked. It's locked. Now that Dr. Ackroyd has been warned, he should make good use of this formula.
To do?
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
I guess if you kill Dr. Ackroyd, you can just take the key off of him. Mr. Goswick's medical file. Mortimer Goswick. The patient shows many signs of extreme fatigue and major sores on the throat, mouth and tongue, but no sign of flu. Refuses to speak, claims it's too painful. Oh, that's the kid who was here with his mother. Needs rest and healing of throat mucus membrane before any decision can be made concerning his release. I don't know. Did his mother feed him, like, scalding water or something? Oh, we can talk about it now. So there's that. Anything else we can, no? A tiny desk. Yeah, and I don't know. The Nurse Crane thing, I feel like I could have saved her somehow. I might be wrong. Wait, did I miss Alex going away? Good night, Alex. You still here? Wait, did I want to talk to the guy? I guess I do. And he's right next to this anyway. Oh wait, what if the thing reset? Let's do that. Can I? Yes, I can. Aha! Sneaking. Go on, tell me.
How can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you, you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you, like the whole world lies to us.
What? I'm thinking did he attempt suicide? Yes, he did. He's not infected with the flu. Now, we kind of knew that. My boy, we're going to have a chat about this. Crane died. I tried to convince her to let the whole thing go, and then I apparently messed up her mind for good. And then she got herself bitten and turned into a skull. So... Hi, we gotta talk.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick. How are you?
I'm okay.
No, you're not. No, you are not.
How painful.
Oh yeah, this is the same one.
Your medical report says you're not affected by the Spanish flu. What do you think of that, Mortimer?
Kicking her out?
Not in the slightest. If it was up to me, I would have left this place long ago. I know I don't belong here.
And why do you think you don't belong here?
I know the staff have more important things to do than look after me. There's plenty of patients here who need their attention.
See the pillars, the thing about the pillars as well is the other guy also, no, okay, so the priest at least isn't a pillar, but he is going to die. And doesn't he live near that as well? Where does he live? Wait, the priest doesn't even show up on this? You're kidding. Does he seriously not even show up? I can't imagine. Okay, so the priest is, or the vicar is so inconsequential that he's not on the list. I'm not sure how to feel about that. Are we sure he's not? Because this is the bad one. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I thought influencing her mind was actually the best one because it was a special option as well. I don't know. Mortimer was garbage blood. A pillar is like, you know, a pillar of society is someone that everyone kind of depends on. So, for example, you have the main doctor in the hospital. You have Sean Hampton, who runs the shelter in the docks, so everyone can go there for help, basically. Dorothy Crane as well. Everyone went to her for free medical help, and then, you know, she died. So if people rely on you, basically. Now let's ask about... There we go.
Admit it, Mortimer. Your mother had you hospitalized here because you tried to kill yourself.
Yes, it's true.
All right, then. This is the first time we've really shared information about your case. Shall we call this progress?
Call it what you want, Dr. Reed.
We are calling it progress.
Can I help you in any way, Mr. Goswick?
I wrote a letter for my mother. She was supposed to read it after my death. But I suppose she doesn't have to read it now.
I see. And is this letter still near the place where you tried to take your own life?
Yes. And I don't want anyone reading my last words. I mean, I'm still here. If you bring me back that letter, then perhaps we'll talk.
I'm probably going to read it, though. Just throwing that out there.
You can trust me. I won't report you to the authorities. My one and only concern is your health.
I guess I should thank you then.
Aw, damn, Josh. Yeah, I'm gonna do that as well. I mean, not... I know how one of them dies. Sean I kept alive for now, but once I sleep, something's gonna happen to him again. So I don't know.
Now, sir. But don't hesitate to
I haven't played it yet, Witcher.
if you need any help.
Welcome back, Bartkus.
Doctor.
Alright, so... I was gonna just cure more people in Whitechapel. I guess I can still do that. But yeah, the fact that the pillar is gone is kind of a big deal. But since it's just across the road anyway, I might as well go. And she didn't... My sister definitely didn't kill anyone on my list. Because that would actually show up. Yeah, the district status is critical. It's not going very well. Oh, and they just spawned in here. Okay. Hold, please. I'm gonna kill this guy first. What? Why did that take perma damage? Weird. Oh well. Right, so who I'm looking for are specifically that one guy, the son. Because he is not doing well. Yeah, this is the hideout. Guess he's not here anymore either. Unfortunate. My never-ending list. I have a lot of games on my list. Not gonna lie. Ruins the morale. Yeah, and some people kind of know that I have something to do with it, so they're mad at me. It's not great. It's not great. Over there! Over there! Oh, why would you set me on fire like that? Okay, so he's not here either in that case. Right? Yeah, these are just regular people. That's my hideout. That's a regular okay, I'm gonna kill you though. You're a bit too in my face. Thank you. And this is the district where I should start finding people. Come on. I need friends.
Sorry, sir. No, it ain't human. Kill it.
It ain't human. I like how they immediately call me an it and not a person. It's not doing a lot of walking today, is it? Why does that interrupt everything I do straight away? Oh no, don't do that. That's not how that works, my friend. Alright. Wait, how are you dead? Oh, nice, a ring. Okay, so... towards this, I guess that'll work. I don't think I've been there all too often. What part of the city was it where frankly everyone was angry towards you and had that weird creepy priest? That was... hold on. I think that wasn't that actually Whitechapel? Yeah, that was Whitechapel. Here's the creepy priest is Whitaker, and that's the pillar is also dead. And I killed the other guy because he was terrible. No, this is the one where I have been several times already. Maybe he's off the street. Maybe I can't find him anymore ever. No. They hated me well before she was dead. They just hated me, period. It's very akin to real life. See, that's Clayton Darby. Hey, do you want to talk about this?
Good evening, Doctor.
No, he doesn't want to talk about this either. And
Goodbye, Miss.
this is not where I'm gonna find him. I think I just can't find the guy anymore, which means that he will absolutely die. Because I have no idea where he is. Unless I actually run into him by accident, which means that this will be the last time I can level. Because if I sleep again, everyone's gonna die. I don't know how I feel about that. This is basically the last chance I have. I didn't find the florist anymore either. At some point they might just restrict who you can find. Which is even worse, because I am 99.9% sure. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I was gonna say that I found him here.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy, alright? Now piss off.
Stop being
Do you
mad.
need assistance?
Please. Feeling tired these days.
I'm not your boy, piss off! Do you need assistance, please? Oh, well then.
There you go. Let's hope nobody steals it from you.
Ooh.
Very funny.
Ooh. Pointed.
Have you heard anything about Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
Never heard of her.
We know this guy is also lying, but hey. He's all done. Yeah, we can't talk about anything
Goodbye,
else.
young man.
Okay, but at least we cured him. He's recovering already.
Someday you'll understand. You've wasted your life away.
He's still talking to his son, who is just unresponsive entirely. Okay, so we cured these guys, cured him. This guy we can't find, and neither can we find this guy. Sees Camellia as his muse. Oh, right. He's in the graveyard. We know where he is. He will find him easy. This guy, though... No clue. No clue. They're apparently married, but where the guy is? It's a good question. Can we ask her where?
Good evening, my dear colleague.
Not how
Have
that
you
works.
any news on Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
It seems her dispensary isn't so busy nowadays. A good thing for the Swanborough cordial.
You are a horrible person. Yeah, no, nowhere.
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough. Perhaps we'll...
No, we will not talk again soon. Definitely not. He's nowhere in the neighborhood. But I'm pretty sure I heard him talk at one point. So I don't know what to make of that. I guess he doesn't go into his own house anymore. Pretty much, yeah. Okay, he does not go into his own house anymore. The real is doing pretty terribly. This district is going to hell. Absolutely going to hell. Oh, oh. Who are we looking at? Oh. A skull. Never mind. That's not a good thing. Yeah, and now we're back into the prune. So they're definitely not there. Okay, let's go get to that graveyard then. Can we just go through here? Oh yeah, we totally can. For no real reason. But isn't this in the same district? Because I'm pretty sure it was. Do vampires not do hell? I mean, aren't they in a permanent hell at that point? Yeah, see, because this is also where we would have found the flower girl. Elixir. The elixir. That's another dead person. I need to go towards this thing here. Go away with this. And then I can just sleep over there. Hi, boy. Hold on, I'm just gonna go to the graveyard. Not this guy, because we hate him. Yeah, in about 40 minutes there's another Cyberpunk. Wait, hold on. You're not supposed to be here. You're not supposed to be here either. But it's definitely this way around. Watery brisk sample. Okay, okay. I guess the scouts just didn't bother going in here. Are you still alive, sir? Oh, there's Camilla! Hey, flower girl! Oh, she's not dead.
Tell me about Richard Nethercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia.
I don't know why we even get hints for her, because she just does not talk. Is she sick? I don't think so. No, she's fine. Alright. But you are not. Guy.
Good evening, Mr. Nethercott.
And good evening to you too, my good sir. Can I be of any help?
Can
Do you
I?
need medical attention, sir?
It may be wise to let you prescribe me something. I don't feel like I should.
Let you?
I understand
Let you?
your appetite
Productive
for
talks.
words and macabre beauty, sir. But you should be more careful.
The nutrition of my mind is more important than my physical health. But I appreciate your concern.
Also, that's not really how it works. I don't think we didn't actually unlock anything.
News of Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
Not at all, sir.
No, because they're all dead.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Everyone's dead. I did not ask for this. Here, remove this one. Go to my hideout, actually sleep, and then go and fight her again. And see if we can hopefully do that before the vicar dies. Although I don't have too high hopes, because he doesn't actually show up on the register. So he doesn't exist as far as the game is concerned. I don't know how to feel. Wait, who are you? Oh, okay. Oh, there it is. How do I get up there again? Good question, Jinsey. Good question. There we go. Keep out. How convenient. Hey, pizza. Oh, I thank you, Empty. I don't know that we can call ourselves Count Dracula yet, but I mean, we all need a an alibi of some sort. Do we need to make anything else? I think we probably should. Are we out of anything? No, really. We still have one of these. Although technically I'm literally drowning in items now, so I'll just get another one. What are we learning from this? Oh, of course. Can I upgrade my other weapon ever further? No, I cannot. I need... Oh wait, I need 4. Like, I need more good handle parts. Yeah, 3 of them. Definitely don't have that. But I will toss one of these. I have a whole lot of stuff that I don't even need. Cadigan's treasure. Wait, why did I still not sell this or recycle this? I have no idea. I'm gonna keep it for now. Today was supposed to be my Twitch resub day. Ah. I think you might, yeah. The tail is for, yeah, 6 months. So you actually don't have the 9, no, not the 9 months. No, yeah. You should get the squirrel after this one, though. Soon. Also, welcome back, Magi. Maybe he's supposed to die. Yeah, he could be. He could just be supposed to die. But I'd rather not. Let's be real. Okay, do I want to upgrade my claws ever further? Because I kind of like the claws most. You cut through the flesh so deeply that you now gain blood with each hit. Okay. That's quite nice. You've learned to use your claw's strength and now strike with stunning effect. So the damage just goes up straight like that. By a ton? I should probably do that one. That's 3k. Holy crap. Yeah, and then you can't take this line anymore. Alright, and I need level 18 for this one. So we will have just straight up upgrade again, I guess. Increase my stamina. Oh, that's 1,000. This one is another 1,000. But it's just the best thing to do. Stamina is the best thing to do. It really is. Okay, I don't think I can upgrade anything else at this point. It's 530 is all I have left. Blood capacity maybe? No, even that. Even that. And the biting isn't gonna get me anywhere either. This one definitely needs more. Yeah. Honestly, not drinking anyone gets you so few levels. Oh. No, I do not. I want to actually sleep. Portrait of a sad saint. Oh dear. Don't tell me he's dead also. If you've ever lived near the docks of East End, you must know who Sean Patrick Hampton is. And if not, you might have heard of him. His name is starting to spread through the entire capital, and the song it sings is one of hope. Oh? Sean is the humble founder of the Hampton Asylum, an establishment that he built with his own hands and convictions. The building, an abandoned warehouse gracefully donated by the Dawson family, then renovated and transformed into what is now the most famous asylum in London. The poor and hungry are welcome under his roof, and with them he shares his food, his care, and his prayers. Sean Hampton came from a background of misery, but the hardships of life didn't disfigure or maim his profound trust in the Lord. If anything, the faithful man gained an acute empathy in exchange for the torments of poverty. His love of others is renowned throughout the docks. Rare are those who didn't witness Sean cry at the sight of an infirm veteran, an orphan child, or a sick mother. That's how he gained his nickname, the Sad Saint of East End. That is kind of sad. Hey, Rand, good evening. Sean Hampton is so respected that people still stay in his shelter, even after the sad saint contracted a mysterious disease, which forces him to rest a lot and take his meals away from his flock, while in some other parts of London, people stab back as soon as someone coughs in public. Men and women accept to eat and sleep in the Hampton Asylum. It's the safest place in the East End docks. The building looks dirty, the stench around the place is awful for a delicate soul, but there is hope and love there, and the death toll has been low and stable for days. We did the right thing, guys! See, he's still okay. He is so fine. He is totally fine. He is totally fine. What about these? Yes, yes. The hospital is now at healthy. She still has a cold. Oh yeah, I never actually fixed him in the first place. What does this even do? I guess I have better prices now. Oh, now he's sick. Okay, at least it went up from critical to serious, so that is still better. That is better than what we had. And this, we just have not actually been at, so we have no idea. But the docks are healthy, so calling that a win. Is there really going to be a trailer for CP? There already has been one? There's a trailer for Cyberpunk right now. That was shown at E3 2 days back. Alright. Stop Mary. We will do the thing. Why do we have to go out like this? Are you sure? I guess we are sure. Damn. Yeah, definitely just check out, just type in YouTube E3 Cyberpunk 2018. You'll immediately find it. I mean, I haven't been a partner from the entire time. I've been a partner for a year now, so... I do not have a straight line back. It would be hilarious if the main quest was like, ah, you were too late. You're too late. Because it's actually not actually there. That's the problem, because well, people are dying and all that. I guess can I go through here? Let's find out. That would be a lot faster. I'm not talking to the priest. He's not a nice man. Was the Blood and Wine New Year stream? I had a Blood and Wine New Year stream? I don't even remember that. That's dreadful. Why are all the babies crying? Hello, goodbye. No, don't bother me. Oh my god. I'm trying to get to the graveyard. No, not to sleep. Also, look at my stamina bar right now. Holy hell. Okay. So, I seem to be okay going here. That's good. Oh. What if I don't want to? Ah! Waste of blood! Okay, at least we got to stack up some blood. We can use it against Mary instead. Yeah, we can do this. Oh, nice. We can start right here. Mary!
To rot in the
Kiss me again, sweet.
You've burned away Nurse Kane's mind. You're a monster.
You don't even know about that! Stop!
Come to me, Jonathan.
I don't want to. You do really strange things to people.
You killed me, brother. Final thoughts are just to die for.
So she's calling me a monster and then she's like, oh my god, I love it when people die. It's just my favorite thing. Ow. Okay, when you run out of stamina, everything is awful.
Rest in peace, monster.
I'm not quite dead yet. I mean, oh, am I getting there, but... Yo, I was doing a walk around and you ruined everything.
Abomination. What?
Oh, I thought she was gonna scream. Sorry, I thought you were gonna stream. I could not actually have seen that coming, so... not my fault! Again. Wow, there goes that blood.
You killed me, brother.
I've killed a lot of people! You're not special! Okay.
Kiss me again, sweet.
Okay, that was the scream.
You kneel like a dog, just as you did to
Sean is fine, I will have you know.
Assassin.
I just saw a thing on Sean being totally fine. So can you not?
Rest in peace, monster.
Worth it. All worth it. Super worth it. Still worth it. Still worth it. Okay, I'm not sure that was worth it. Gotta admit, not sure that was worth it. Oh, that's unfortunate. And you did. Thank you. right, Filskner.
Well, brother. It's time to bring this conversation to an end. Forever.
You know I will not play this game.
Calm now, Doctor. Like a rabid dog. Or think you're performing an autopsy.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'll kill them all. The kind Dr. Swansea. The sweet little lass with hair of red. I am the Harbinger, bringing your punishment.
That's not how that works.
Mary.
Don't you see? This is not me. Flesh that never ages. All nightmare, no dream. Bring it to a close. Let me sleep.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it yet, Moloxer. I wouldn't recommend it yet.
I will find
Not for 50 euros.
I swear it.
Then, at last, I can forgive you.
Oh no, she's dead again. She's still blinking. Literally, she was still blinking for a second there. Can I just hold on. Oh. Wow. Right, so I'll tab out of it first and nothing happens. Do I have to go forward? Where are you asking me to go right now, game? I'm literally just pressing forward right now. Yeah, I don't get a choice. They didn't give me a choice for this. I don't know why. And I am not making my character do anything. I'm literally just forward. That's it. That's all this is. You could have just put that in a normal scene, to be really honest. Yes. I'm not gonna press any buttons. You gotta press buttons. Achievement unlocked. Hail Mary. Oh, what a clever pun. Game did not freeze.
Blood. As I shed one last red tear for my fallen sister, I realize the entire world now revolves around this singular word. The epidemic that has stricken London is not the Spanish flu. It is transmitted through the blood, via violent biting, turning survivors into frenzied immortals. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. I am a vampire, born anew into an age of death and pestilence. While plotting factions close in around me, I am sworn to find the source of this epidemic. I am convinced greater perils are still to come. I know the answers I seek are hiding in our blood.
I still don't understand how she became a vampire. I still don't understand it. I have so many problems. Lady Ashbury's invitation. Dear Dr. Reed, I hope this letter will quickly find you, for I need to speak to you as soon as possible. The situation is evolving... Ooh. Oh, he's very tired. Okay. No, I didn't actually read my mail. I thought I was missing something. I think it's actually in here. No, is it? My mail, please. In the West End, and I'm convinced we are all now in great danger. The Guard of Pruin has launched a great hunt in London, and for a few nights they have been actively searching and killing any econ they can locate. You know, unless it's me, because I'm really good at killing them instead. Lord Redgrave, chairman of the Ascalon Club, recently contacted me. He wishes to meet you immediately. Please come to my mansion, and any night that suits you. We must discuss all of this. With this letter, you will find an official pass that will allow you to go through any barricade or quarantine checkpoint throughout the city. That is very useful, I will say that. I'll see if they're already talking about it, perhaps so. Let's see. That would be in the E3 section again. I think the next one is... Let's see. The next one is IGN Live, where we are getting more Cyberpunk stuff, which is... I mean, yeah, they have a Twitch channel as well, so I'm assuming it's just gonna be there. But I have several tabs open of Cyberpunk instead to see if they announce anything else, so don't worry. Don't worry, I'm on top of that. I am on top of that. Yeah, they tell you in advance, so no worries. No worries. I had to go and double check myself as well, just at what time is the third? That third one's late. It's like 2:30, I think. Hold on. I think it's 2:30. Very late. Yada 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 yada. Yeah, the third one is at 2:30. So I'm not sure I'm streaming that one. I will definitely watch it, but I'm not sure I'm streaming it as well because I kind of want to record some. Yeah, I need to record before that happens. I want to write some as well. I'm 100%. I'm making a video on all of this though to just put all the information together and talk about it. So don't worry. I'll make a video about it probably tomorrow. You are very welcome, Witcher.
The flower's dying.
Still!
It needs water.
It's still dying! Stop! Yeah, A3 in America. I'm still gonna be up watching that as well, Energizer, don't you worry. Don't you worry. Okay, so this guy's sick. Now both of these guys are sick. And Pippa is also sick, so I should go and heal them first. So this doesn't get any worse. Gonna say they're not around otherwise. Wait, why is Dr. Strickland talking to no one right now? Why are you talking to no one? Wait, Strickland was it?
Jonathan, old chap, how are you tonight? I've seen little of you of late.
I was conducting research in my room, away from the nightly routines.
Of course, of course. Worry not, I understand. The situation has been testy around here. I won't deny it, but we still stand.
For now? Yeah, apparently the West End is going downhill now, but I thought I actually had anything under control there. But it might also be that I'm confused with the docks here, and the West End is actually part we haven't checked yet. I think that is probably it. This is the docks, Pembroke, Whitechapel. Yeah, West End is the part we have not been able to go to, and it's stable, so why are they mad? I don't know. The Last of Us trailer was awesome. They did such a good transition with the whole they should be terrified of you, and then Ellie just murdering everybody, and then just going back like, yeah, they should be terrified of you. They should be hella terrified. Oh, typing is hard. Let's ask him about this situation.
Have you any reliable friends in the West End who might assist me?
Unfortunately, you will be alone. Except for our ravishing red-headed acquaintance, of course.
See, I thought this was funny as well, because I kind of thought that my sister was talking about the red-headed vampire as well. And I was just thinking, like, how are you going to do that? How are you going to do that? She's a better vampire than I am.
What about the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole? Where are they?
There are only a few of us, and most others would not speak to you.
Why?
I am the black sheep of our brotherly flock, you know.
Why? Well, that got me a hint. Edgar considers himself as a maverick among the Brotherhood of St. Paul's. Okay.
What of my commission here at Pembroke Hospital?
Nothing to fear, Jonathan. Your position here is in no jeopardy. You remain one of us, and you are always most welcome.
I mean, I am basically curing everyone in the world on my own, so I should think so.
What news do you bring?
The news is not good, my friend. We try to keep the epidemic at bay, but street violence is escalating quickly.
Oh, why?
How bad is the epidemic?
It is killing the infected patients faster. In less than 2 days now. The only blessing is that they are contagious for a shorter period.
So the virus is evolving really quickly.
About the violence.
Jeffrey McCallum seems to have sent his war dogs on a hunt. On a nightly basis, Pre-Wen patrols exterminate every skull and vampire they find.
Have they come closer to the hospital?
No. They mainly focus on fallen districts or abandoned buildings. But they're growing in numbers. They must be recruiting heavily.
Everyone, ever, basically. And actually the thing about Ghost of Tsushima was that it was more a movie than anything else. Like, I was watching the trailer and a lot of it just felt like you were pressing a few buttons to get to the next movie part, basically. And I don't know if that changes once you get properly into the game, but for the minute, I was not exactly blown away. Although it looked amazing. It looked really good, but again, like a movie, not really for a game. The evil eye on Dina's bracelet. Really? I did not actually notice that. I also am not entirely sure what it means, so you would have to explain.
I have received an alarming letter from Lady Ashbury. She wants me to meet her at her house. I have been granted safe passage.
Then you are twice fortunate. I have never been invited to the lady's mansion. And with the quarantine and controls, city access is nigh impossible.
But I mean, I can have
Is
access.
serving any purpose?
It is helping slow the propagation of the epidemic. But as long as we have no clue to its origin, its efficiency is limited.
Why have you never entered the lady's house? You are one of her good friends, are you not?
My dear Jonathan, you have no idea how reclusive the good lady normally is. Nor in what great esteem she must hold you to let you into her domain.
Well, I am a vampire, and apparently one created from a greater vampire, so... Yeah, the trailer there then also has a lot of gameplay footage in it. It kind of felt like a gameplay trailer and not actual gaming. I could be wrong, though. Yeah, the combat looked slow as well, but it's like, it's more because there didn't seem to be much interactivity for you in the game. Lethal precision, like those masses. Yeah, but then they started parrying with katanas, but like in a way that a katana would normally break. Like, there's a very specific way that you have to parry with a katana, and I saw some of the parries and it's like, okay, your katana is now gone. A common good luck charm. Common belief is that the eye wards off evil. I did not know that. Okay. Actually about to get ready to go and actually watch the stream.
We shall speak again later.
So I will go and distribute a bit of medicine. I'm gonna keep an eye on, hold on. I'm gonna keep an eye on IGN real quick. You guys already in your talking boots? Doesn't look like it. Sorry, I'm always paranoid about missing anything. Yeah, they're not on it yet. Okay, so we still got a little bit of time. See you, Magi. Okay, let me heal the sick. Of the parting ghost of Tsushima when the lady who was attacking him sided him against the enemy. Or sided with him against the enemy. I didn't even notice that. I think I was too annoyed at that time already. Okay, he's still fine. I need to go and find the guy who sells things. He's been sick for 2 days now. I did that to him. Or is he on the other side of the hospital? I guess he is. At least these people are all fine. Or is he on the left side? Hold. Let me find you. Yeah, he is. Can I go through here? Yes, I can. Wait, who's this? Oh, I thought I actually knew him. All these faces are so familiar. Hello, I'm here to steal this, and not this.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
You're not even looking at me, dude.
Do you need medical attention? Well, the proximity of the dead is not the most healthy company.
Yes, we knew that.
Even if the quiet can be appreciated. Don't take too many risks with your health, Mr. Chidana. None of us are immune to this disease, and that is a good thing. Death and disease is a constant reminder of our mortality.
Why would you say that?
You have my thanks, Dr. Reed.
So I'm so glad everyone's
Mr.
dying. It's the best thing ever. And Pippa was also sick, I think. Pippa! Pippa! Pippa, Pippa. Oh, she just flown off. I would not necessarily blame her. Oh, there you are. Hello.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Do you need medical help yourself, Nurse?
I'm afraid I've contracted some illness, Dr. Reed.
Unsurprisingly.
Not under my watch, Nurse. Take this. You'll feel better.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Okay. I think I just gave away 2 treatments for cold. So I need to go make some new ones later. But for now, we're gonna call this one a day and go and check out the IGN stream while we wait. While we wait for the thing. Do they actually tell you by the end of it? Yes, yes they do. Alright. Turn off all the alerts again. I'll already turn... Actually, it's not even full screen yet. Fuzz. No, we're not allowed to see those either. And full screen.
Challenge to Tocom. I want that 1v1.
Okay, they're not actually talking about Cyberpunk yet, but it's just after this.
You want to go into his house and push him around.
I want the title deed.
All right, well,
Can we make that happen?
You've thrown your gauntlet on the ground. I'll ask him if he wants to pick it up, and maybe we'll have Bungie versus Fire Team chat.
All right, let's make it happen. We're gonna make that.
Let's
happen.
not make it
Anyways, that's all
happen.
the time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Make sure you catch Destiny.
Cyberpunk next.
We are here again, continuing our coverage live at E3 2018.
Sure, Fork. What's up? I want to go play Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I'm gonna be with Eevee, by the way. Just saying, I'm gonna be with Eevee.
IGN's awesome content anywhere else online, you'll find it right at home on IGN.com. With IGN First, you'll get a sneak peek at never-before-seen gameplay, exclusive
Singing that word and knowing what it means in Swedish. Okay, but it's also a name.
Nintendo podcast up close and personal. Engage with other viewers. Ask our NVC hosts your burning questions and become a part of the show. Don't miss out. Find everything first at IGN.com.
If you're not following IGN on social media, what are you waiting for?
That is annoying. This is so much how do you do, fellow kids. This is so how do you do, fellow kids.
And a whole lot more. Be part of the conversation throughout the year. Follow IGN on Facebook, Twitter, and
A cyber pet non-man to bring with us.
The IGN app is
Maybe.
the best way to stay up to the minute on what you love. No matter what you play, create the custom feed and filter what you want to watch. Live streams have never been easier to find. With a floating video player on iOS,
Twitter and Facebook. Hashtag Team Eevee, exactly.
and the biggest games. Download
As to why I don't follow them. Is it the horns? Is it the horns? I bet it's the horns. Hello, Cynical.
Not only is IGN the world's biggest media brand for games and entertainment,
We still have to wait 3 more minutes, guys. It's 3 more minutes until we talk about... I'm gonna turn them down a little more. They're just kind of annoying now. I mean, I get it, but also, that's annoying.
whether you're on IGN.com, the IGN app, YouTube, Facebook, or Snapchat, we've always got you covered. IGN, the #1 source for all games and entertainment fans worldwide.
talk about Cyberpunk. Please. This is a black screen, it's not Cyberpunk. Hold on, let me get my writing pad out again.
IGN Live at E3 2018 is presented by Marvel Studios and
Make it smaller.
Theaters July 6th.
Welcome back to IGN Live at E3 2018. The convention
Notepad mode again.
and IGN is planted right in the heart of the show floor, where we'll be getting our hands on some of the hottest games of E3. Up ahead, we got Spider-Man, and later we're gonna play a little Cyberpunk 2077. And at 4 p.m. Pacific, make sure to head over to IGN.
He just said we're gonna play Cyberpunk. Can I just say that I don't know if you hear this. He just said we're gonna play Cyberpunk. No, he's not saying anything. Guys, he's not saying anything yet. He's literally saying nothing. He's still doing his PR talk. Still right now as well.
And we are here with Evan from Sega showing off Team Sonic Racing. Great to be here. So much, thank you so much.
What do you mean Team Sonic Racing?
Great game that's coming out this winter. Once again, you've made a brand new game where the world's fastest hedgehog is driving a car.
It's basically 11 p.m. guys. What are you doing to me?
Give him a disadvantage. I mean, the world's fastest hedgehog can't, if he wasn't in it.
Guys, I made the low volume on purpose. They are not talking about Cyberpunk yet. I don't want to hear about their Sonic Racer, if I'm entirely honest. I mean, they announced we're about to go live with GameSpot, so I'm refreshing their Twitter as well. I guess they're a bit late. But yeah, it's supposed to be at 11 p.m. He did say we're gonna play a bit of Cyberpunk, so if they're gonna show gameplay, I'm gonna I'll suffer through Sonic Racing of all things. Sonic Racing, seriously. Oh.
Sonic the Hedgehog is leaving behind for his team of Knuckles and Tails. They're able to utilize that to
Sonic Racing lore channel, of course. It's the next one. Apparently, yes.
Of course, as you'd expect with any cartoony racer, there's plenty of items all over the map. What kind of interesting stuff are you doing with?
Yeah, but GameSpot already had their Cyberpunk interview. The Cyberpunk GameSpot interview was at 9.
That just got picked up. Whether it's an offensive or a defensive kind of mechanic to help you, succeed in the race.
I'm gonna go there now anyway, just to make sure I double check.
Mechanic, you're able to offer, items up to your team or accept them from your team.
They don't seem to be live right now. I see Soul Calibur. I see some talk. I don't see GameSpot being live right now. Is that on a different channel? Let's see. Oh, there is one right here. Hold on. Now they have Anthem up on GameSpot Live right now. That's Anthem ain't Cyberpunk.
With up to 12 other players. Cool. And it's is it possible to? I realize this is.
Do you think that Philippa Alhart and a certain chestnut-haired sorceress had a thing going on the Tower of Swallow? Yeah, I did actually think that. Considering where they were, yeah. I thought the same thing. They're late because stupid theatrical things. Oh, of course. Of course. Yeah, then later Cyberpunk. I don't know. I'm refreshing the Cyberpunk Twitter. They would announce it there as well, because they announced the GameSpot interview too. So I think they're just late. There's one more Cyberpunk conference after this one, and that one's at 2:30 a.m. and that's E3 Coliseum Live. So that one's late. I doubted Energizer because he did say that they were gonna do a Cyberpunk here. So they definitely are gonna do Cyberpunk. It's just late. Unfortunately, I'm gonna check for you anyway. But I actually saw people in the IGN chat already spam about Cyberpunk as well, so I'm seeing nothing that even looks remotely like Cyberpunk on the live page, and I'm pretty sure it will be at least somewhere high up. So yeah, no, it's Definitely not up yet.
Obviously, it's not every man for himself.
Start decreasing their salary. Aw. You saw 12 p.m. for Cyberpunk on the schedule? 12? Oh yeah, well I mean that's still not up. I'll check that out as well, but I mean Cyberpunk's Twitter itself didn't tweet out about the 12 p.m. one. Let me see what GameSpot says about it. GameSpot. Oh, now they just give up entirely. Got it. Bethesda new game. No, they haven't actually tweeted about that yet either. Honestly, if they have gameplay footage of Cyberpunk, you'd think that they all tweet it like mad. Punctuality is not their strength. Nope.
Okay, now let's say you're playing online and you don't have three best friends who are the best
IGN Twitter.
What kind of matchmaking is in place to make sure you don't get stuck with a bunch of slowpokes?
Let me see.
The game really rewards, teamwork and stuff like that. So even if you
I have like so many tabs open right now.
Non-card pro, you're still able to really.
IGN, don't let me down.
It's offering items, providing them with slipstreams, driving past them to give them a little boost, or knocking out the competition to kind of pave the road for them to cross the finish line and work together as a team.
Now this is coming to Nintendo Switch, correct?
That's correct. It's going to be across all the major platforms. It's going to be on PS4.
There's a new screenshot information on the official Reddit. Yeah, link it. Absolutely, link it.
Will there be 4-player local split screen on the Switch in portable mode?
I'll confirm that at a later date, but
yeah, IGN is. We've seen a live gameplay demo of 2077 and walked away incredibly impressed. So they saw it behind closed doors already.
Will it get the extra bells and whistles when running on an PS4 Pro?
I want to actually see it though. Do you mind?
Finalizing everything to optimize it across all the consoles, whether it's you're playing on.
Because this one is just standard. And then there's a gameplay details revealed mode for like 49 seconds.
I was a big fan, obviously, apples and oranges.
And then they talk about the Microsoft conference again.
Racing Transformed. I loved how it pulled in characters from across all different Sega franchises. This is strictly just Sonic characters.
Didn't say anything about that.
For Team Sonic Racing, it's strictly based on, there's going to be 15 playable characters from the Sonic universe.
Is there any
Let me see. 606 tabs open. What the hell, dude?
You'll just have to wait and see.
Oh yeah, no, okay. No, I've seen these. I've seen these.
Oh man, that sounds like a
yeah, I've already seen these, unfortunately.
Now you've got different sort of.
I was hoping for even more new stuff. I got greedy now. This is such a unique game, guys. It's so unique. I don't want to ruin the stream view for you right now, but are people talking about Cyberpunk in the IGN chat? Listen, guys. I wish to know.
And then you have power-based characters like Knuckles and Omega. So
Literally, no one cares about Sonic Racing. If you want to play a game like this, you're gonna play Mario. You're gonna play Mario. Don't even lie to yourself. No sniper rifles, exactly.
And then your power-based characters are gonna have access to a couple extra wisps.
Let's refresh all the Twitters again.
Obstacles without really being hindered.
Nice. I mean, yeah, it's super.
Oh, no tweets until since 1 hour ago.
Literally very good track record.
Yeah. No.
And the 2 hours ago GameSpot one, obviously, but we've seen that one.
Now, as for the whole roster, have we seen all the characters?
Is there an IGN schedule up anywhere? IGN E3 schedule.
Team Dark, which is Santa or Shadow, Rouge the Bat, as well as Omega, and then you have Team Sonic right here, which is Sonic.
That's not that. That's everyone else's schedule, you weirdo.
How's the reception been for this so far?
Okay, today is the 12th. Yeah, they're just. I want your live shows, not anyone else's.
We're pleased to announce that Crush 40.
There's never blood in, never Tubsy, never blood in a Nintendo game.
And providing some of the
that doesn't get recorded or streamed. No, because they said like the Twitter for Cyberpunk said that they absolutely are showing it. IGN gameplay demos. Yeah, they don't actually state which ones are when, so that helps exactly no one. Going by the tweet of Cyberpunk will be 2 p.m.
if he's coming into.
Okay, the Cyberpunk post would be off regardless in that case. Because the IGN live show has times like 1 p.m., 6 p.m., 3 a.m. But the Cyberpunk time is slotted at 2 p.m. on the Twitter. Please hold the line.
Are making their debut back with Sonic Mania Plus.
Cool, and I think we've got
The fact that he mentioned Cyberpunk already is like, we're gonna have a look at the gameplay of Cyberpunk. It's like, why are you doing this to me and then just not showing me anything yet? You can't do that to people. It's not okay. It's not okay. No, but I was looking at the PT time zone, so the same time zone type. Did I see that? Let me see that. We have cool stuff on our booth. That is cool stuff. That is cool stuff. Although that doesn't seem like gameplay, but looks cool stuff. Excellent. I had to leave at the beginning. Nothing yet. They've started up Sonic for some reason. This is Cyberpunk. I kind of feel like they're just stretching for time.
Yeah, so in TSR there will be a number of customization elements, so players will be able to unlock various upgrades and stuff like that to really kind of min-max their car to their desire if they want a little more.
If you could have a Cyberpunk-esque haircut, what would it be?
They'll be able to do that throughout the game.
I'm not sure, honestly. If I could have any haircut and make it stick, then I have like a million choices, but my hair doesn't actually stay the way I want it at all. I can do basically nothing with my hair because it's really smooth and really straight. Like, it's a bit wavy, but you literally, I can put pins in my hair and they just slide out. They slide out of my hair.
Thanks, Max. When we get back, we're taking a look at Insomniac's spectacular spin on Spider-Man, so stick around.
See, I don't actually mind hearing out Spider-Man either, but I'm a little annoyed that this means that all the timing was off. Oh, hold on. Let me see if other people are actually
IGN's awesome content
commenting on this as well, because
right at home
I think they might be off by like an hour.
IGN First, you'll get a sneak peek at never-before-seen gameplay,
well, thank you,
exclusive insights from developers, and a whole lot more. NVC Live brings you IGN's Nintendo
actually
podcast
no way
up
to
close
sort
and personal.
this.
Engage with other viewers, ask our NVC hosts your burning questions, and become a
Give
part
me
of the
updates.
show. Don't miss out. Find
Guys,
everything
give me
first
updates.
on IGN.com.
If you're not following IGN on social media,
Yeah, I
what
can't
are you
actually
waiting
find this
for?
anywhere. Oh, shut up. Yeah, I'm serious. They're like an hour off. It must be. If they're gonna talk about Spider-Man as well, they're totally an hour off. And if they hadn't already mentioned Cyberpunk, then I would have actually started doubting myself entirely. It's okay, Camrec. I actually really like Spider-Man, but totally understand that you don't. Yeah, but the thing is, Bill Sneer, this tweet was directly from Cyberpunk. Like, the Cyberpunk Twitter said that these were the times. Also, here's one from the Cyberpunk Twitter as well. To all of you asking, you'll have many opportunities to see your character. It's going to be first-person RPG, not an FPS. So, you know, I know people were afraid of that, but it's still there. Yeah, I thought the web slinging looked really smooth. Yeah, I mean, literally, like, IGN said we've seen a live gameplay demo of Cyberpunk, like about 8 minutes ago or so. So here's what I think might have happened: is that they had a presentation for IGN that we didn't get to see, and they're not going to talk about it until an hour in. Which, yeah, is a little bit cheap. Not gonna lie, that's a little bit cheap.
games of the year. Everyone's really excited about this because
I am
think
actually
if you don't
excited
like
about this as
Spider-Man,
well.
You've got stuff wrong
Sorry.
with you.
Yeah, I agree.
You finally got to show off a good big chunk of the open world gameplay for this. We've actually got a live demo running right now.
Yep.
Like the chase scene that
about
they showed for
Spider-Man,
this
dude.
game was really good.
So he's a really popular character that means a lot to a lot of different people. No, I mean, it's like, you know, for me, it's definitely a dream project.
I know,
mean,
15
to
minutes for
to
this
be able
though. I don't
to
know.
work with
I can't
Sony
I can't
and
see that
Marvel on
happening.
this amazing
Yeah,
property has
I
been-
think they said
it's been unbelievable. And,
Cyberpunk
you know, last night
after
at the press
Spider-Man.
conference, we showed off
So
one of our main story
maybe.
missions at the Raft, which was if people were worried about if we have enough villains in the game, hopefully they can relax now.
I
Like,
love
this
how they're
looks-
still
this just
demanding to
looks
know
really
who
fluid.
the other villain is. That you ended on like a big old cliffhanger. So
course.
I'm gonna get yelled at if I don't ask this. Who's the mystery villain?
You'll find out on September 7th.
Alright, fair enough.
And we actually have more villains than
I
that.
still
so
want
there's
Venom
even
to be
more
in here
go.
somehow.
But you know, I think a big thing for a lot of people is, well, it's really great to see all of you know, all those villains
Gina
and
Mike.
see the main story. But
Top
like,
5 E3
can I
games.
just be Spider-Man swinging through New York City? So we decided,
Cyberpunk,
well, one demo
obviously is
wasn't enough. We're
one.
gonna bring 2 demos to E3.
Kingdom
and,
Hearts,
Adam,
Devil May
is right now playing through
Cry.
our open world demo, which, right now
I'm
he's in a
gonna
little
say
bit of a
Shadows Die
combat
twice still.
tutorial
I'm
that
gonna
we
say
put it
Sekiro.
together,
That
and,
one's a hard one though because I
just
only
like
have
you would
like two
expect from a great
left.
Spider-Man experience, you can pretty much in between
It's gonna be a
missions,
last spot
activities,
though.
you
I
can just
think
explore the
maybe.
city and swing around.
Oh,
do,
there's so many I'm
optional
excited for.
crimes,
Shit.
a bunch
There's
of
so
different
many I'm
quests,
excited for. It's gonna
a
be
bunch of
either
different open
Metro
activities, many
or
of which are
Ori.
rooted in Marvel lore.
I think
and,
Metro. No, say Metro.
You know, experience being
or
what's great about
Ori.
being
Ori's
Spider-Man,
also.
so
Can I have a
I'm
shared?
looking
Can I have a
forward to that.
shared
Obviously, the combat is a huge
5th place for
focus
Ori
here.
and Metro?
There's plenty of things people could compare it to, but there's a lot of aerial stuff.
I was just
a lot
saying.
Of juggling.
Yeah, I mean.
Now, see, Elder
to the
Scrolls
question
6
that
was just like
everybody wants to
announced
ask, yes, we
and
played
nothing
Arkham,
shown yet,
and
so
we love
I'm
those
tempering my
games.
excitement for that
We
one.
would be
I want to
foolish
see
not
more.
play those, but we've played a lot of different third-person action games. I mean, I'm a big Devil May Cry fan. I think the DMC was great.
The
and
Ghost
the
of
Devil May Cry
Tsushima
5
didn't
was
really
pretty
catch
awesome.
me yet.
But,
I gotta see
we
more of the
wanted to make
gameplay for
sure
that one.
we played up
Definitely
not
want to
only
see more
what
of the
makes
gameplay.
Spider-Man awesome, which is the acrobatics, the webs, the environment.
Beyond Good and
action, but
Evil is
also
amazing too, but again,
a
for
lot of
Beyond
people
Good and
saying,
Evil,
well,
we
one's
didn't see any
awesome, like
gameplay
an
yet.
Insomniac game,
I want to
so,
see the
you know, we've
gameplay.
added a lot of
I
gadgets,
gotta see the
suit
gameplay.
powers, suit modifications. So, you know, really taking what makes a great Spider-Man experience, but also
Energizer, I swear.
games that we've made in the past, Ratchet Resistance.
Oh,
kind of
Jimmy
bring those
looked
two together,
adorable.
And, that's what we
Looked
thought would be a really
adorable.
good fit to make
Oh
what
shit,
kind of
man! I'm
Spider-Man
totally forgetting about The
Nice.
Last of Us.
Obviously,
Last of
you
Us as
kinda revealed
well.
it with that big,
See,
huge
this is the
helicopter
problem.
chase
This is the
last
problem
year.
as
A lot
well.
of people,
The problem is that
were
there's
really
so many
impressed by
good
it, but I know there was
games.
concern
There's
that
so
some
many
of
good
the sort of
games
set piece stuff didn't really
that I was actually
read like an open
genuinely
world,
so
and I think there was some
excited for.
concern with the raft stuff, but clearly this is an open world.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there are everything, you know, like that mission that we showed last E3 was in New York City. Actually, I think.
Yeah, the
part of it
last
actually was
Spider-Man
through this
game that we
area.
saw was just,
But
or the
it's
last I
very much-
played
I
at
mean,
least,
it's
the web
easily
slinging was like
our biggest,
kind of almost
open world. It's
automatic,
several
which
times
made it
larger than
really
Sunset Overdrive.
weird.
Just, you know,
And then
obviously,
somehow
you know,
it still
one thing about
managed to
building a
be
superhero experience is you want those,
blocky,
you want to, once in a while have these big spectacle
static
moments. So obviously,
jumping, and here it's just like,
you know, the helicopter chase was one of them. The raft was another. But we'll
you
have,
know,
we'll
what I
have
mean.
some
You know what I mean.
tiers, we'll have some moments where
The
you're
gameplay
swinging
will be
through-
like the first Beyond Good and
swinging through
Evil.
the city, kinda
I
getting
don't
to
know.
different
They're gonna
points,
change
so,
quite a lot about it because
we'd
that's
be
an old
foolish not
game.
to take
They
advantage
can
of
do
what makes
more
Spider-Man
now.
Awesome, right? And to build out that big open world and to let you
Agony.
swing around and
I
explore.
don't remember
it's a
the name,
must-have.
so probably
Now,
not.
could you
So
talk
many
a little
games,
bit
so
about
little
sort of the
time,
mission
literally.
structure and
So many
how the
games, so
story will
little time.
unfold?
Sure. So
Tomb
you know,
Raider as
actually the game
well.
starts, so in our world,
Just-
you know, this is our own Spider-Man universe. It's not based on any of the on the movies or any particular comic story.
I like that super old PS1
DNA
Spider-Man
character
game.
and put our own twist
Yeah,
on
there
it.
was
So,
one Spider-Man game where they had
in
the
our
the
universe,
jumping
Peter's
on
been
point, and
Spider-Man
then
for 8
suddenly
years
they
now, and
changed
actually
developer
opens
for
up
some reason.
with him
They
taking
changed
down
studios,
Wilson
and then it was
Fisk, aka
terrible
Kingpin.
again.
And in our universe, Wilson Fisk has been the
It's like,
big
why
bad.
change a winning
And
team?
in the first mission, you actually take down the Kingpin. And
I probably won't
you know,
play a lot
Peter
of
thinks
WoW.
everything's gonna be great.
Same,
He's got a
just no
job that he
time.
loves, he's a scientist.
No time
And
at
then
all.
Kind of, you know, we can't end the game after the first, 30 minutes, things unravel.
The late
we meet,
80s, early
Martin
90s
Lee,
Spider-Man
aka
with
Mr.
VGA
Negative, and
graphics.
things only get bigger and badder.
I think I've only
since then,
seen
obviously,
that.
what you saw, the moment the raft for
I
all
know.
these guys.
I kind of need to see footage at this point
to
to identify games like
they're
that.
all back out in the streets. So we wanted to you know, for us, it's about...
Same, K-Wreck. I'm actually genuinely thinking of cosplaying her for Gamescom.
More like a coming-of-age story. His next
Just
coming-of-age story, him becoming.
Do you guys think The Last of Us was scripted or represented actual gameplay?
Along the way that kind of progresses the main story,
I do think it could be actual gameplay. I noticed that someone on Twitter actually said, "Oh, it's fake. You know, it's just gonna be. It's not gonna be nothing like this in the graphics." But I think they can actually do graphics like this. I think they can make it happen.
There's a lot of things to do in the world, so we want to
So
make sure
I'm pretty confident about it.
Find the activity, so at any time you can kind of press.
The scripted missions are being played in real time.
Yeah,
and, but I think it's more about the graphics we're talking, right?
It just shows you different activities, whether it's a fist base or an inner demon base.
I think I will not be raiding after all. Yeah. I'm gonna still see if Talias and Evital still need someone. And if they don't, then I'm also just not raiding at all.
Navigate the world.
Sticking to my LFR.
Mid-swing, so you don't have to like always pull up the map, set a waypoint. You can just like ping and go.
What are we seeing? Oh, the romance.
Spider-Man's all about fluidity, flow, movement, and making
They will have full frontal nudity and one-night stands.
Nice. And so now you've completed this fist
nice.
hideout.
Yep.
Does that
was that on
was
PC? Yeah. See, there's been some behind closed doors interviews already. Oh my god! I wish I actually saw the game.
Stuff, but you'll also be earning these tokens, and each different activity gives you a different
I'm gonna try Witcher. I'm gonna try. Customize Spider-Man. You know who actually has a really good Lara Croft cosplay? Ash cosplay. She makes a really good Lara Croft.
Currently, he could actually.
And Lara, like she just sort of is Lara already. So she just she puts on the costume and then she's like, okay, this is now Lara Croft. You know.
Is there an in-story explanation for how he's getting these powers now, even though he's like?
Didn't they already say you could join? Yeah, but I don't know if they still have room. I don't want to put them in a position where it's like, oh, you promised a spot. Like, I don't care that much. So I'll give him an ask. This is your regular reminder that Triss is Yennefer. No. Triss is not. No, Triss is not better than Yennefer. Don't you know? Get out of my chat.
In addition, you can actually even create new gadgets.
Same, Ragnar. I'm wondering about being thrown over the counter and through the glass, pulling arrows out of your arm, those kind of things.
All right. So obviously, traversal.
I think those might be like sort of the quick time event type of things.
For PlayStation 2,
like they will definitely be in the game, but you won't. Like they'll just grab you. Like when you are at a certain point and an enemy is at a certain point, then an event happens, and then you see that.
With God of War
like
recently,
that.
they talked about how much time they spent getting the axe to feel good. How much time did you guys spend working on just
Detroit
the basic
Become Human didn't give me my robot girlfriend.
Literally the first thing
Cyberpunk is going to have to pick up the slack.
A really ugly Spider-Man model.
Isn't everyone technically a bit of robots in Cyberpunk?
I think within the first month we had two decisions. One, it won't be an origin story, and two, those webs better attached to buildings. And that the traversal team hit the ground running. You know, the thing we want to do is, we want to be these characters because it's ultimate fantasy fulfillment, right? We all want to be Spider-Man, and we want you to feel like Spider-Man really quickly. So it has a level of pick up.
This is just what I want from a Spider-Man game.
Kind of you learn the fighter.
This is what I want from a Spider-Man game.
Well, so.
The web slinging had to be on point. That's all I needed. On point.
And then we've added elements like parkour, but swinging eventually should feel like second nature. It should just for me, it's like it's hard to play another game and not get in a car or walk around. It's just swinging.
I want to see a cyborg with a chainsaw for a hand. They probably exist.
September 7th, or they're playing here at E3.
Not familiar with the Cyberpunk lore, but I wonder if you can go full emotionless cyborg guy like in Shadowrun.
I call it therapeutic.
I'm gonna say that your character is completely customizable. At least what I heard from it. It will be.
Catch myself floating into the game.
So you can have. I think you can absolutely play it like such a person.
See how fast I can go. See.
They wouldn't just give you like pigeonholed options. I highly doubt that. It's the CDPR we're talking about. They'll give you plenty of options.
But I can tell you, I don't think I've done it like in a month because
except that they actually put it in a new game, Climax.
Take the subway, Spider-Man. You're Spider-Man.
Arkham City, but Spider-Man. Yeah, but Spider-Man. Like Arkham City did so much right. I don't see why you wouldn't actually use those systems.
I think it just shows you how much fun traversal is when you kind of. Unfortunately, something
that is actually true, K-Wreck. That is true, but.
Swing around the city.
Okay, so this whole thing
it also very much depends on the story that they add into it.
So what happened was Adam went into an alley and he saw a drug deal going on. And what happened was sometimes you can just take the drug deal down and they will, you can take them out. Sometimes they'll panic and they'll realize, well, we have no chance for Spider-Man, and if there's a car nearby...
See, I like how he walks across the street and he's just like...
Things happen dynamically a bunch.
And there are different objectives.
Well, the classes in Cyberpunk.
Yeah,
I can link you.
Like
hold
objectives
on.
and sub-objectives, so you can earn bonus currency for customization. As you progress in the game, further you go in the
I think
story,
it was already an older interview. No, 30th of April 2018. You can actually check them here.
We really want as you progress in the story, we want the world and the activities in the world to
So I'm
change
assuming
with
that this is the list that they're adding into the game.
Now you've talked. Speaking
I'm pretty
of,
sure there's
of,
more
of
classes than
points
this
and
initially in the pen and
currencies
paper,
the game.
but
You
this
said
is
there's no
since they talked about this.
here, but
At least we can be sure about
As
this.
I said, hell no.
I'll play a hooker and be very happy with that.
We have a lot of suits.
Do your thing.
Showing off the white spider suit that Pete will make early on in the game, but we have.
I'm assuming he'll be in a suit most times. I think that's what most people want.
Cyberpunk. Of course, we're big fans of Marvel movies, so we have the Infinity War.
I really hope this Spider-Man game has the pizza delivery with the Italian music mode.
And then we have even some that we're creating from scratch that people will be able to unlock. So,
are there going to be some deep cuts in there?
That sounds like something I need.
I mean,
that URL, sorry, is a list of the classes for Cyberpunk.
And there's some that are pretty unique and pretty.
There's apparently a channel. Actually, I haven't clicked through on this yet, but there's apparently a girl. Somebody linked it in one of my videos, in the Cyberpunk video that I did. Somebody linked it. I'm gonna find it for you and see check it out myself. And if it's any fun, I will link it on Twitter.
Now, we've seen an awesome trend with Sony games
I mean,
of having just a
if I'm gripped enough, which I probably will be, there's a good chance I'll also do little lore videos in Cyberpunk, although they probably won't be as in-depth as The Witcher is. I'll have to see. I kind of don't want to ruin her thing either, if she's already doing that. If she already kind of fits that need, then there's no need for me to make them.
And we're pretty excited about it. A lot of the first party
games are epic. Okay.
Like, I've been following all the God of War stuff. Oh yeah. Pretty awesome. And,
the more cyberware your body has, the less essence humanity you have, essentially becoming less humane soulless. Okay. That sounds pretty interesting.
Thank you so much for chatting. Spider-Man, September 7th.
Can we talk about Cyberpunk now?
PlayStation 4 Pro. Back to you.
Thanks, Max. We'll be right back with more from the convention floor next.
What's with the eyebrows there, dude? I swear they're doing Cyberpunk at 12. I swear. Let me just refresh this again.
Is the best way to stay up to the minute on what you love. No matter what you play, create the custom feed and filter what you want to watch.
What are you opening here?
Have never been easier to find. With the floating video player on iOS, you can keep watching.
I've just sat through 50 minutes of straight up, honest to goodness, violent as fuck Cyberpunk 2077 gameplay. Yeah, so, okay, 100%. Gameplay has already happened behind closed doors, and IGN, if you're not gonna show me that right now, I'm gonna punch you in the face.
Not only is IGN the world's biggest media brand for games and entertainment, but we also have a team of some of the world's biggest fans of your favorite franchises. From breaking news and exclusives, never before seen looks at movies and
TMZ for games. I mean, I don't necessarily mind waiting for it here because I know there's no other Cyberpunk showings right now, at least that I know of, but still. I'm still gonna start refreshing this as well. I'm just frantically refreshing any avenue that might have anything Cyberpunk related. Ain't tough. I'm waiting for Cyberpunk to show up. Yeah, there is apparently already gameplay, and I was afraid that there wasn't, but I'm so happy there is. No, there's plenty of sources streaming E3, but this one specifically had announced Cyberpunk, and that's what I want. I want Cyberpunk. I don't really care about anything else right now. I wanted to see Cyberpunk. Jinsey, why you like this? I'm just... Don't ask. Red Queen. I think that might be the one. I think that might be the one. Phil Skinner. I probably won't click it right now, Ayui. But if other people want to, then go nuts. Well, they actually talked about showing it already, and the thing is, the Cyberpunk Twitter announced it. So I wanna say that it is. There's another one at 2:30. There's another one. Let's see. Hold on. There's one.
Favorite games.
Are we doing Cyberpunk?
I know for a lot of you, one of those games is Anthem. Let's see how BioWare pulled off one of
shut
the hits
off.
of the big show. And this exclusive behind-the-scenes look you'll only see right here.
Wait, I do actually want to see exclusive behind the scenes looks. But I'm also gonna look at this. Hold on. The next Cyberpunk showing is. Let me open this up again. On E3 Coliseum Live at 2:30 a.m. CEST.
Really at the highest level
So,
is about the fantasy.
There's still one more that I know of that's going to show
armored
Cyberpunk, so
hero
we got
in
time.
an amazing, mysterious world. And we're designing the world
Calling
to
it
be
12.
so dangerous
I'm saying.
that it requires you to wear these power suits
Yeah, another
that
one.
give you super.
I just refreshed
Anthem
already.
is a world without mass production. We've discussed it as a
No,
world
no,
that
I just talked about the
each javelin
Twitter,
is
the
a
tweet that
piece of
Cyberpunk
handcrafted
made.
technology.
I
But
just
you
talked
are
about
still
that, but
not
that
your
one
javelin,
wasn't
you are
shown
a
because this
pilot.
one is from
so what
VG.
that means is that you can get into different
There was no stream
javelins
for that.
and play different roles depending on your needs, your desires, the people that you're playing with.
So on one side we have the Colossus. The Colossus is a heavy hitter. The Colossus is supposed to
Will
take
you tell me
damage.
about the story,
Colossus
my
is the
dude?
tank.
Like, these are things that we could kind of notice from
Then
just
we've got
looking
Ranger.
at the
Ranger
characters.
is more of your multi-class. The Ranger's fairly nimble, fairly agile, but can also pack a punch. We've also got the Storm. The Storm is more of a
Okay, now I
magic
definitely
user.
have too
Very
many times.
powerful, very glass cannon-y. You'll be able to dish out a lot of damage, but we won't be able to take it. And of course, then we have other exos. Not that
No,
we
it's
want to talk
E3
about right
E3
now.
Coliseum.
However, they will
So
complement
I guess it's from
this
E3
group
itself,
in the best way
specifically.
possible.
It's a unique experience that affords us all kinds of things that we can do.
I'm just a little
in the
annoyed
gameplay
that
and
they
the
actually didn't put
storytelling.
Cyberpunk at the 11 slot
player
when
picks
that's
up
what was
Anthem,
announced.
I want them
I'm
to feel
slightly
like they're a hero.
peeved.
I want
Not
them
gonna
to
lie,
feel
slightly
like there's
peeved.
something larger than life. That with these javelins,
But yeah,
they
again,
can
for the
kinda
people that just
overcome
came
the
in, they
danger of
did
the
actually
world.
say,
And I
we'll
want
have a
them
look
to
at
be able to do it
Cyberpunk
easily. I don't want to
as
put a lot
well,
of friction
so
in place where they have
I'm
to,
gonna wait here,
find
I'm
different
gonna sit
people
my
to
butt
play
in front of
with
my
and have different
PC
groups
until
and
they show me my
timelines for them to play.
Cyberpunk,
I want them to
and
be able
that's
to get
that.
into the game easily.
Because
and
I
really
want
start
to.
to realize
That's a
what
very
it
good
has
reason.
to offer, and then become addicted, and then play forever.
You are leveling up your pilot, so your pilot is getting better at flying javelins. But then the really deep, long-term, meaty part of progression is the javelin itself. Each of those gives you tons of opportunity to get better gear.
I genuinely
better
don't care
weapons,
about the gear,
and
though.
really
I just want to know what the
customize
story's
and
like.
personalize what it looks like and the way
That's
that it
that's
plays
what I
to
want to know
really
about.
suit
That's what
your
people are
playstyle.
worried about,
The
dude.
locomotion, verticality, flying, running, swimming, jumping, all of
Exactly,
those advanced
Topsy.
movements
Nobody
are
cares
key
about
to
Sonic
what the
Racing.
experience of Anthem's about. All the different
But I think they
exos
knew
perform in a
that.
different
I think they
way.
knew that.
But one
I
thing is
swear.
consistent. They can
I
all
swear
fly
they
and
saw
can all move through
Cyberpunk's
the
tweet
world
and they were
in a
like,
fairly
oh
exotic
yeah,
way.
let's
It
just
really is
milk
what makes
this.
the world so much bigger. Because it's not just what you traverse over land.
I'm refreshing
It's
this
that
again.
You might fly over something, but under that are many cliffs and caves, and then there's
Grr.
a lake down below, and under that are caverns.
Refreshing
and the
this
sense
as
of that
well.
verticality and the density of exploration, combined with just the fact that
Does
it's
anything
fun.
here
It's
look like
amazing
Cyberpunk?
to be able
No,
to
it doesn't.
jump off whatever
None
height
of
you
this.
want,
None of this.
fly, dive, go straight into the water. It feels great.
Why?
And then it starts to unlock really interesting
But
other
why?
ways to solve problems, both in just how you get around the world, but also how you fight and take on enemies.
Asking for single player fun. Look, can I just still be slightly hopeful? I wanted it to be good so badly,
of
but
the
if it has no
technology
story,
is,
I'm just like,
is based
sort of.
upon bits of this shaper technology, but really humanity doesn't understand
Is
how
this
this
like
works.
BioWare playing
If you
for the
imagine that a construction site that was abandoned.
I
and
don't
there
know,
are
it's not
bulldozers
BioWare.
Scattered around
Exactly
that
enough
turn
stuff. It's
themselves
not
on, wandering
BioWare.
around the construction site
That's my
periodically.
problem with
They're
it. This
machines
is
of
not
construction,
BioWare
but
in
they're
any
just
way.
random. They're
So
not
this
really
guy
doing
is still
helpful
rambling
things.
on
So
about
as a freelancer, your
guns and
job is
about
to
how your
go
machine's gonna level up.
and interact
Does
with these machines,
anyone
try to
play
shut them down so
BioWare
they
games
can't
for
do
your
too much
machines leveling up? I don't think so. I have to tell you how amazing your Bundle Mine
This
Let's
is
Play was.
technology that
You're
is
welcome. You're welcome.
millennia beyond what
Thanks
humans
for
understand.
watching.
So really a lot of what freelancers are dealing with is just trying to shut this stuff off.
I don't want to
What if
shut
you had
stuff
a
off.
world,
I want to turn conversations
in
on.
the spirit of like a fantasy setting that was created by gods,
Anthem is an EA
but the
BioWare
gods
game.
vanished before.
So
they
fancy damage numbers.
The world
Aha.
itself is dangerous.
Honestly.
The Shaper artifacts are out of control. They've created nasty creatures which want nothing more than to take you down.
Death by Cyberpunk?
So when you're out in the world, you see these big machines. And
Yeah, that's pretty
periodically
on
these
point.
turn on and
Only time I played
interact with the
BioWare
world
was
in
the ME
relatively
games without
unpredictable
Andromeda.
ways, causing
Mass Effect was
mutations and
awesome.
Storms and
I
other
love Dragon Age as
cataclysms,
well. And then
that,
it's like,
that
but the
reshape
reason I like
and
those
change
games
the
is because the
world,
story
in
was like,
very
it sucked me in.
large,
And the characters,
explosive
and
ways.
I wanted
But a
to
lot of
romance
your
all the elves,
long-term
so,
interaction will be about
hey,
uncovering pieces of
can't do that
history and
here.
putting together a story for yourself.
Part of this is the unique factions and groups which have kind of formed up.
Yeah, because the thing as well, if Anthem fails, where does that leave BioWare? Because the problem is, EA now has their hands on the Dragon Age and the Mass Effect IPs. So if BioWare sinks, they still have the IPs, and you know that EA's gonna ruin it even further.
Like a fire jumper. You go out into the world
Seriously?
to deal with very acute threats.
Make a new
that you can
company,
deal
yeah,
with
but then
out in
again,
the
like
world
I
and
said, they're gonna
service
leave
objectives
their
in very
IPs behind.
specific pointed
That's the
ways.
problem I
Each
have with
freelancer
it.
group has a crew, and each crew
This
has
is why
multiple roles
EA
on it.
is
Your crew
basically
in
the
particular
devil.
Has a Strider pilot.
Sorry, not
A
basically.
Strider is your remote
EA
base.
is the
It's
devil.
your mobile base.
Just-
it's for you and
just
your
the
team to
devil.
basically get out into the open world, resupply, rearm, and get back into the adventure.
Dragon Age
We have
Mobile.
the Scar. They have a
You'll
tie
have
back
two
to the
blades and
Shapers,
walk
but we
forward
don't
by
necessarily
clicking.
want to go there yet. You certainly learn about it in the story.
There's another human faction called Dominion, which serves as the primary antagonist over the
Oh, I'm sure they can,
core
Ragnar. I'm
story
sure they
of,
can.
Anthem.
They desperately want something related to the Shapers.
Oh,
They
thanks,
desperately
Kiko.
wanna go
I turned
after
off
the
alerts for
It's
this, so you
important and it's
don't
crucial
get
to the
like an
survival
alert
of
all through my
Suffice to
E3
say
footage.
that
But
they're
thank you,
principled in
Kiko.
directing what they want,
And
no
welcome
stopping
to the
anything
Murder
to kinda
Flock
get it.
Dragon.
All these different groups have different interplay and politics and interworkings
It's a
amongst
first gift
them.
as
And when you
well.
play
Now
the
you
game,
can have a
you'll
nice
find out
little
exactly how
package
they
next
all
to your
connect.
name.
There is no good and bad.
Dragon Age 4 is the final
It's just
chapter of the
different shades
of Dragon Age. I
So
mean,
one of the
at
things that
least
when you look through
they know
BioWare's
that
more
Dragon
than
Age is
20
just gonna
years
sell
of
regardless.
game
They're
development that is
gonna
common
sell
amongst all
Dragon
of our
Age 4
games
games.
is
They're
really
gonna
a
fly off the
focus on
shelves.
characters.
So it's a
On
guarantee
characters
for
that
money.
have
So they're not gonna
personalities
they're not
and
gonna
that you interact
not
with.
do that.
And we really want to make sure that
But
that
after
remains
that,
in Anthem.
It's
I
super
don't know.
important that it is a new world to discover, and that's one of the things that people have.
You can
loved
always
about
replay Dragon
Mass
Age
Effect and
Origins.
Dragon Age is
We still have that. No one
you
can take that away
actually
from us.
Feel like you're living in these worlds and learning more about them, and the world.
I'm
kind
here
of
in a hospital
expands
with my
over
mom
time.
receiving treatment,
You know, we've learned a
holding
lot
my phone
from
with a
the
divided
past
screen to check
projects that
both
BioWare's
retweeter for
done and some
Cyberpunk
of our
and live
contemporary
tweeting
ones
you.
we're building out. I think one of the
I'm
biggest
sorry.
things is that players,
I can't make them
many
do
players
Cyberpunk faster
do
than
want a sense of
anything
story
else.
and
I'm
characters
trying.
and narrative. So building a game that
Thanks,
still
Lighty.
focuses on a
Welcome
really tight
to the Murder
narrative,
Flock.
characters that you
And
can
also,
love,
that's a tier 2
that
sub,
can-
so you get
can
more
learn
emotes.
about story, lore, backstory.
Imagine
all
that EA
stuff.
bought CDPR, please no. But
in the
I
context
mean, CDPR does
of
not
an
want to be
action-filled
bought, and
shooter, I think
CDPR
that's
does
one
not
of the
need
biggest
to be
takeaways.
bought.
It's one of the
That's the
things that we're
difference.
trying to hit
BioWare
with the
actually
most
needed to be, they needed money at the time.
So while
Like it
you're
was
out
necessary,
in the
but
open world with
your
other
claws
player
out of
characters,
CDPR.
like other people playing the game, you're not interacting
Where
as much.
described
But
that
when
the
you're back
beast
at
will be
Fort
marked by
Tarsus,
letters E and
that's
A
a
and
place where
suck
you're
all
able
the
to
joy out
interact
of the
more
world.
deeply with characters and have that experience that's really core to what I think makes BioWare.
I mean, would you
So in the
see
case
them
of
do anything
Anthem,
else,
the
Bill
idea
Spear, really?
was, you know, what if we could create a
Put
place
elves
that
in it.
was
Yes, that
whole new
works,
world to
actually.
explore, and it was built with mystery.
Nice,
it was
good
built
evening.
with the idea of constant
A
change.
multiplayer-only battle royale
disruption and
mobile
different
game.
things happening in the world, but also where
Why?
if you wanted to, you could go on this adventure
Thank
with
you,
your
Nuff.
friends. And that required us to build the game in a different
still
way
talk-
than we
they're
had
still talking
before, so
about
that you
guns
have the
and
option
not story at
to
all.
play on your own or play with friends in this.
I haven't played
world
either
that we
Dragon Age or Mass Effect.
Anthem is designed
Really?
as a game that you play for a
Well,
really
you've
long
got some playing to do
So
in that
the
case. If you
critical
like
path
stories,
story is
if you like
designed
characters
to introduce
with
you
deep
to the world,
background
to
stories as
introduce you
well,
to the factions,
get
but
yourself
a
to
lot
Dragon
of
Age
this
and Mass
is
Effect.
about that long-term world conflict where the world is unfinished, it's changing, and it's always
They
providing
are
a threat.
Energizer, although they
Regardless
weren't
of what's going on
always,
with the
but they
Dominion,
are now.
The world itself is always dangerous. dangerous. So when you're playing, you should always feel, even during the critical path, that there's a balance between the Dominion threat and then the world threat.
They said
and then
story.
As you transition into the Elder
very
game,
quickly.
you think more and
Very
more
quickly.
About that world.
I mean, the amount of
BioWare,
companies they've already
you
killed at this
create
point.
worlds
Do we know if
of
there's going to be a
adventure,
betting minigame
conflict, and
for Cyberpunk,
companionship
like Cyberpunk?
that inspire you to be the
I
hero
can't imagine
of
they
your own
won't put
story.
something small in there.
Anthem is about giving you the experience of adventuring with your
I
friends.
hope so, Topsy. I
as
hope so.
Armored heroes.
I definitely hope so.
In a dangerous and mysterious.
They actually did that before Energizer.
So
they were
when we're trying to
publishing
tell good
games like
storytelling in
Neverwinter, I
Anthem,
think, as well.
There's two primary questions.
But like
Whose
in
world are
Polish,
you
they
in, and
localized
whose story
games
is it? And what we've decided to approach this for Anthem is by saying that this is our world. This is a world that we share
I did
together.
actually Witcher.
But it's,
I did
but it's
romance
my
Solus.
story.
We are consistent in what we
Come
see
on.
regarding the time of
Rudy
day,
and all that,
regarding the weather,
occasionally.
unique and individual events and shaper storms.
I wonder what Star Wars
see
game would
exactly
look
what I see.
like
So we
from
can talk about it
CDPR.
tomorrow, and you can
Better
say
than
what you
anything
did during
EA
the storm,
makes.
and I can say what I did during the
With
storm.
more heart and more
Now,
soul.
Whenever you go on an expedition,
Amazon
with
is
your
spending $1
friends,
billion on Lord of the Rings
you
5
have a
series for
dedicated
next
server.
year.
So when we want to do an event, for example,
I am not gonna get hyped
all
for
the
that
different
yet
people,
because
all
I
the
feel
different
like
servers will see
I
that
feel like maybe they're
We have total
trying to
control.
take too much from Lord of the Rings. So I'm holding my heart, hoping it's good, but I'm not gonna make any assumptions about that.
See you on the other side.
I think we wanted to figure out a way that you
Actually, the Mass Effect ending for Mass Effect 3 was dreadful, and it came with Day 1 DLC that was already finished. So yeah, Mass Effect 3 as compared to others was already
talk to different people. You can form relationships.
already made me
with
shake my
them,
head a
you can understand their
little bit,
motivations, learn
but
more
I
about
bought
the
it
world.
anyway
So
because I
that
love
is
Mass
what
Effect.
you do in Tarsus, and that is not shared with any of your other friends. That also gives us the opportunity to make sure that we have consistency in
A
choices.
tad bit of story,
and
yeah, but they
consequence,
don't
and you
talk
can
about
show
it
that.
otherwise. That's what worries
You
me.
can go on the mission if it's a story mission by yourself, if you absolutely want to, or you
End
can
up with
invite
Cullen.
your friends directly.
Cullen's
but
a
then there's a
sweetheart.
third option.
Part of
Cullen's
the
a
core of
sweetheart.
making it a
Cassandra is
four-player
awesome, though.
experience in its base design was making it so that matchmaking was as seamless as possible. Our map is actually where
I'm
you
sorry,
do most of the
but he was an
matchmaking.
elf witcher.
So you're
I
able
had
to
to
see
do
what
it.
people
I
in
had
your
to do
friends
it.
list, your friends of friends list, your social
It's
graph
not- that's not even a
are
question.
doing, and very easily jump into
Destiny
their
plus
experiences,
Avatar movie.
experiencing things
I
together,
honestly I got
and
mostly
looking for
Warframe
opportunities
vibes.
that way. The other thing is
But
contracts.
Warframe is
So when you're in the
fun.
middle of
I
a
already
mission,
know that.
You're
I don't know if this
able
one's
to
fun.
essentially
I don't know a clue.
broadcast the fact that there's space in your party and have people seamlessly join in the middle and essentially just be another freelancer.
Yeah, but
coming
I'm
to your rescue.
seriously, I
If you
think
want
they're
to
going
stay
to
with that
start with
person after
Cyberpunk
the
at
contract
12.
is done and continue the adventure with
I
different
don't know, man.
missions and free play.
That's
you
what it
totally-
seems like to
but
me.
you don't have to, and that's the important thing.
You know, we share in what's going on today in events and weather.
In what way,
some
Nopto?
really dynamic stuff that we haven't.
I'm slowly
talked
losing my
about very
voice, by the
much
way.
yet.
I've just
Because
been
of
up
that
until 6
structure,
a.m. for the
to
last
me,
few
I
days.
think it puts it in a different kind of genre than people have experienced before, where we're trying to pull off
look,
a bit
they're
of a
swimming
magic
again,
trick
guys.
where you actually get amazing story and connections with characters.
Oh.
But also you can go out into the world with your friend and
But
agree that the
how?
world that you're seeing.
Tell me more about this story and these NPCs.
Anthem is super important to us as a studio. We've been working on
Just
this
like,
for-
oh,
for
their
many
story
years,
and
so we're
amazing
very
NPCs.
excited
Oh,
to
never
get it
mind.
out into the hands of fans and players. It really is part of a journey that we've been
Why?
on in constantly evolving our games. And we do actually have some other teams working on things that are coming up next. We always look at it in terms of
Are you implying they didn't do
portfolio.
a second
We're just
playthrough
being
for
a little
Sarah?
bit more focused now in making sure that we have an amazing launch of our next title and that we really focus on doing a great job with that and coming through for players.
Yeah, the
And
combo
then
though, which is
once
nice.
that is launched and out there,
Totally.
making sure that we are built so that we can service that title and keep up with it over many years, even as we build the next thing and the next thing.
That tells me nothing, my dude. He's just like, story,
We've got to take a
never
quick
mind.
break, but don't fall apart, because when we get back, we're putting all the pieces together again with LEGO DC Supervillains.
I swear it's a 12. Can somebody check IGN's chat for me, please? Check the IGN chat for me. I cannot be the only one who's confused by this.
Before you find IGN's awesome content anywhere else online, you'll find it right
I
at
kind of
home
want to tweet
on
at them to ask about
IGN.com.
this, but
With IGN first, you'll get
it's like, if it's a prank, they've literally already talked about it. Cyberpunk
insights
tweeted
from
about it.
developers and a whole lot
And
more.
it's like,
NVC Live brings you IGN's Nintendo podcast
I'm
up
mad.
close and personal. Engage with other viewers, ask our NVC hosts your burning questions, and become a part of the show. Don't miss out. Find everything first on IGN.com.
If you're not following IGN on social media, what are you waiting for?
like there's a different one on the exclusive gameplay on YouTube as well, but they're just talking about a panel. They're showing Anthem in the Cyberpunk time slot instead. Tell Anthem to fuck off. Okay, where is Cyberpunk? No Cyberpunk, just Anthem. Now Lego, something's amiss, what's going on? Apparently this isn't happening and we're watching Anthem pre-records instead. Where are you guys? It's Anthem. Was the schedule wrong? Will there be gameplay?
No matter what you play, create the
I don't even know, man.
Filter what you want to watch. Live streams have never been easier.
What is happening? Lego thing is next. Okay, I am not the only person who is confused about this. I am not the only person who's confused. And yeah, it does sound like that, Magi. I don't know, man.
Not only is IGN the world's biggest media brand for games and entertainment, but we also have a team
just baiting
of some of the
viewers.
world's biggest
Just
fans
baiting
of your
viewers.
favorite franchises.
That's even worse.
From breaking news and
Hold on, I'm gonna open up this anyway just to see.
To reviews, let's plays, and live streams, IGN brings
There's still nothing here either, no.
where you are. Whether you're on IGN.
Dislike, the bait is real.
YouTube, Facebook, or Snapchat, we've always got you covered.
They actually have, they have different,
entertainment fans worldwide.
they have different commercials running on each side. Haha, Devnal. Haha.
IGN Live at E3 2018 is presented by Marvel Studios Ant-Man
It's
and
just...
the Wasp in theaters July 6th.
Thanks, Nighty, and welcome to the Murder Vlog, Devnal. I'm just, oh.
Welcome back to IGN Live at E3 2018.
I have both streams open right now, just in case. So currently I'm streaming and watching two streams at the same time to see what's happening.
Right now, Max Scoville is there, standing by with a look at Lego DC Supervillains.
Why are you talking about Lego?
From IGN Israel and Arthur from TT Games, and we are here to check out Lego DC Super.
So is this one gonna do something else? I highly doubt it.
You're making a game about the bad guys?
Yeah, everybody loves the bad guys, right? And if people remember,
Yeah, no, they're talking about Lego on the other side as well. They're talking about Lego on both sides.
We actually had hero levels and we also had villain levels.
From TT Games.
Ever since then, we've wanted to do a villain
I'm just
game.
gonna keep it open just in case. Like, I'm gonna keep... guys, I am not... Don't worry, I'm not gonna make you miss this. There's no way, because I don't want to miss this.
I love the 15 levels at the first Batman.
Nothing. Nothing!
Awesome, and I was always waiting for it. When I'm gonna play a villain character at the Lego DC universe, so... It's about time.
Oh my god.
Like, I'll admit it. I'm a Marvel fanboy first.
But hey, man, at least I'm not the only one who's mad.
Better roster. You've got the goofy one.
No, still no Cyberpunk. Still no Cyberpunk. And Cyberpunk's Twitter even tweeted out now, it's like we're going live on IGN, but all the IGN streams on all platforms are still talking about Lego.
So, the bad guys, okay, they're doing bad stuff. And the good guys, the Justice League, are there. Suddenly the good guys are gone, and they're replaced by bad guys pretending to be good guys. Now the bad guys realize that the good guys are actually bad guys, but really bad guys. So the bad guys want to stop the bad guys who are masquerading as good guys. And
yeah, I could have played Vampyr for another hour.
Oh boy.
Are you with me?
I could have learned more about the real.
We got the Justice
yeah, they tweeted about like 13 minutes ago, and there's just like a line of angry tweets about it.
And they're face to face. It's like,
damn you!
So you've taken some liberties with this, obviously, but you're even letting players take some liberties as well. You've added a big old character creator.
There's nothing there.
Can we take a look at that?
I swear that that's literally clickbait, because I looked at the chat as well. And everyone's just mad that they still haven't shown Cyberpunk.
Now, you can change the appearance of pretty much anything. You can even apply different decals on the chest.
I had to find the Watch as Live thing in their tweets and replies though, because they added IGN instead of tweeting it out properly, so I didn't actually realize before that either, even though I was still pretty much there on time, but still. Now it's Lego, yeah, it's just mad people. Just people that are mad. There's nothing. Talk about tease, it's not Cyberpunk unless you're gonna drop your H4X thing again, or your Hex thing. I hope they will, because I don't really want to see this too much. Who even plays Lego games? Exactly. Why would you even have a reveal like this for it, unless there's something truly new about it?
But I wonder, does it affect on your abilities on the game?
It's true, Witcher. But also, I wanted to see more Cyberpunk, basically. Still nothing there. I'm sorry, I'm just still refreshing. Where are you? Lol, IGN just dating viewers. Fake news. They're not wrong. They're not wrong. Top 10 IGN betrayals.
your chest, from your eyes, from a
You
hand,
can.
hand, 2 hands.
No, it can't be postponed to 2:30.
But
At 2:30 is E3 Coliseum Live. They wouldn't do it at the same time.
You are a super powerful villain. And it's
Unless they're just skipping E3 and the Coliseum entirely.
This is the most terrifying DC villain yet. E3.
And even then, like the fact they didn't just say.
And then so here we have the little bit here where.
Yeah, I have that open already, Meerkat. It's in the description.
Break, bust Lex and all the other bad guys out. So Lex should get given his.
Seriously?
And then you go into the first level of the breakout, and you get to play straight away
What
your
the?
rookie character.
No, see, because Spider-Man was just up. This schedule also makes no sense, Meerkat. Because we've just seen Spider-Man. We have literally just seen Spider-Man, and Lego isn't even on here. Like, no joke, Lego isn't on here.
And you still have the option to play as all the other DC villains.
And we just saw Spider-Man. We've seen Team Sonic Racing as well. But yeah, Cyberpunk was supposed to be in the Lego slot. Lego isn't on the list. And now we have Lego instead? Like, what the shit? Can you not? My guys, I wanted to see gameplay. What's wrong with you?
How many characters do you have in this?
Like, seriously. This Lego slot should have been... This should have been Cyberpunk.
Speak really nicely to the team and ask for maybe one or two more. There's a huge, like, it's way over 100 villains.
Their blog post on IGN for Cyberpunk. Yeah, no, because the guy on here, the guy in this stream, literally straight up said, we're gonna look at Cyberpunk gameplay.
Are we gonna see a superhero?
They literally said that. So, not showing me Cyberpunk, I'm legit mad right now. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm legit mad right now. You can't just do me like this, dude. What's wrong with you? I'm smiling, but I'm crying inside.
Business as usual. They don't realize just.
Why are you showing me Lego?
How nasty Owlman and.
Why are you showing me Lego?
They don't realize that they're really
monsters in disguise.
Yeah. So yeah, but that's the.
Top 10 anime betrayals.
As having Ultraman.
See if you're having tech problems. No, because if that was the case, Snaptop, then so first of all, IGN already has the footage apparently because they played like 15 minutes ago or something. So that's not even a CDPR thing. This is supposed to be an IGN thing. Not to mention that CDPR already tweeted out like less than 20 minutes ago that they were on IGN. I'm serious. I'm seriously annoyed too.
That sounds like really the perfect.
They better at least say something about it after this, because I don't know.
Track record of really just making.
That's not okay. Can I just say that's not okay? Because it's not. It's not okay.
The two things we wrote on a bit of paper.
Is there anything on the main one, maybe?
Must be villainous. Must be funniest ever.
There's cosplay there. They're talking about absolutely nothing there.
The fact with the game is you're breaking out here.
Not seeing nowhere. There's no Cyberpunk anywhere.
Which features an open world Gotham and Metropolis and Arkham and
Yeah, see, I was thinking 12, but
and it's just a huge DC playground.
If you look Climax, if you look in the tweets and replies, you'll see a Cyberpunk tweet about All Eyes on You Friends watches live on IGN's scene. Only there isn't anything there, obviously.
Really great. And the story is really cool. It's probably my favorite story we've written. And obviously
they're still mad in the YouTube chat as well. Like they're legit so mad.
Pretty much, yeah. I remember very early stages of when I
find the lack of Cyberpunk very disturbing as well.
And we're like, what are we gonna do? And I was like, right.
I say, they can't run away because I am recording this obviously at the same time, so I have it on record, IGN, that your interview guy said then we're gonna look at some Cyberpunk gameplay. So you can't run. You're not running away from this. All right, IGN, I have you. Give me Cyberpunk or death, please. I really want to see Cyberpunk.
Because they just look like the Justice League. They're really nasty guys. But in Lego form, that obviously comes with...
Dorito Pope will have a talk as well. Oh, really? Where is that?
Don't forget,
as we progress.
Or what
story,
time is that,
it's
rather?
Right on the front of the box, Darkseid's there. So we know that Darkseid plays a part. We know
Emotional
that Granny
damages.
Granny Goodness is amazing. Granny Goodness is gonna play a part. We know that Apocalypse.
I'm literally just here for the Cyberpunk.
This story is just that sort of.
And we see Lego on the schedule. No, exactly, because Lego wasn't even on the schedule.
So I think that first of all, now you have like it's legit, so it will be like very
Go
funny games,
away.
you have villains and you have like good guys that becomes a bad guys that is supposed to be a good guys or bad guys. I don't know what's going on there. So it's gonna be very edgy, I guess. But still,
It's
I
not
think it's gonna be
Cyberpunk
for
still.
the kids, but I feel for
Yeah,
the
no,
grown-ups.
I know it isn't. Do
But
you have
do
anything
any
new?
surprises that we should know about? Do you wanna
1 hour
Come on,
later.
tease a little bit for me as a fan.
IGN apparently somewhere in Twitch chat said, sorry everybody, trying to figure out what happened to the Cyberpunk interview. Will update ASAP?
Are kind of out there.
What?
You know, we've got top tier.
What does that even mean?
Middle layer. We've dragged the barrel.
What? What did you? Yeah, no, I already read that. I was reading it right then. Senlop. I'm sorry. I beat you to it. But in real life.
The animations on that are the funniest thing I think I've seen in a Lego game, and I've seen all the Lego games.
How can you displace or misplace an interview though? How does that happen? They were like, oh no, I threw the interview away. Silly me.
Everyone that we asked, you know, and we write stupid lists. Oh, it'd be great if this guy voiced this character and this, and we got them
Interviews
all.
were kidnapped.
We wanted.
As you do.
The voice cast. You've got,
They
Christopher
lost.
Forrest
If
Smith
they
as
lost
the
the
Joker.
footage, I swear to God.
And I think no, probably. I think come on, some voice actors people can pick it out.
I mean, seriously, this is Cyberpunk.
No.
You would have had golden silk gloves to carry the footage to wherever the hell you play the footage.
All day long. Clancy's in there as Lex.
Okay.
So
Greg Miller, is he going to be in the game?
I'd like them to talk about it actually on here though, because this is like.
Scoop kind of funny. Or whatever
I want to know
I
things.
don't know what is he still doing that?
I don't know what he's. I see Greg Miller's doing. I don't know, but that's good. Anybody else you can tease without telling us who they're playing?
Or locations, even something.
I would really love to, but I think when people see our list of voice actors, I promise you, it's.
I don't know why that's a thing. Apparently it is though.
The Batman is.
If you see the voice actors, guys.
The Joker, and it continue.
I didn't even look at her. I didn't even look at any of them at all.
Okay, well that's extremely promising.
Like I don't even think it. Yeah, it's not even in the title, so you can't even use it for clickbait. Yeah, it's not on YouTube either. I'm just. They're just copy pasting things about Cyberpunk right now in the YouTube chat.
People should be going out and pre-ordering it because if they do,
I have no idea what the copy pasta is here. It's going too fast.
And exciting and has Titans content that's amazing. And as well as that, there's a really cool one.
Maybe she was supposed to talk about it as well.
Nice. And that is worldwide October 19th on anything you can play games on in this day and age.
Switch, PS4, Xbox One, PC.
Oh yeah,
beautiful.
She does wear a Witcher amulet.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Back to you guys.
I swear she wanted to talk about Cyberpunk.
Now sit tight because IGN Live at E3 2018 will be back with Cyberpunk 2077, and you're not going to want to miss it.
Thank you! And it's 12. I was right. I was right. I'm clairvoyant. I'm clairvoyant. Don't hate me. I just know things.
Before you find IGN's awesome content anywhere else online,
I need you to stop
right
with the
at home
commercials though,
on
IGN. It actually makes me hurt my face.
First, you'll get a sneak peek at never-before-seen gameplay, exclusive insights from developers, and a whole lot more. NVC Live brings you IGN's
No, it's just
up close and personal. Engage with other viewers. Ask our NVC hosts your burning questions.
Okay, now we can turn this one off.
Part of the show. Don't miss out. Find everything
Seriously, an hour off though. That was an hour off.
IGN on social media. What are you waiting for?
Legit.
We're bringing the memes.
Well, stop with your fellow kids thing, please.
Custom original content.
Yeah, and it's the same commercials. Literally the same commercials. Why?
A whole lot more. Be part of the conversation throughout the year. Follow IGN on
I don't want to follow you. I want you to talk about Cyberpunk, and after that, shh.
The IGN app is the
Shush.
best way to stay up to the minute on what you love.
The copy pasta was just basically saying, I'm disappointed there was no Cyberpunk 2077. Yeah. Same. Same. Who says I'm not already one Witcher? Teasing Cyberpunk to keep us tuned. I mean, if they don't show Cyberpunk after this, I'm just turning it off. I'm just turning it off if they don't show Cyberpunk now. Once they're once they start talking, I'm gonna turn off my microphone and just write in the notepad if there's anything that I desperately want to share with you, but I don't want to interrupt the interviewer, so... Who's betting the nerf that? I hope not. I hope they won't nerf the visuals at all. Honestly, I'm not sure why they did it in the first place. I guess for consoles, but don't compromise, man. Stop. Tell me about Cyberpunk. Okay, there we go.
Welcome back to IGN Live at E3 2018, your source for all the big games, breaking news, and live demos coming out of the show. Let's check in with Max Scoville over at the Convention Center with Cyberpunk 2077.
And I am here with Tom from IGN and Peter from CD Projekt Red. Tom and I just got a chance to check out Cyberpunk, and this is one of the biggest games of the show. You made an incredible reveal at the tail end of Microsoft's conference, and people were like, where's the gameplay? And we got to see it behind closed doors. Tom, start asking questions. There's so much to cover here.
I mean, let's start with the big one, which is that you guys showed off that it's a first-person RPG. It's not going to be third-person like The Witcher 3.
Yeah, exactly. So I would like to emphasize that it plays in first-person perspective. It's really up close and personal, because all of the cool details we want to show you, we've been thinking about this a lot, and they really work well when you're like really close to the action, so you can explore all the visceral details of what the lore has to offer.
But it's also, there's also driving. There are vehicles in here, which can be controlled in third person.
Exactly.
And there are cinematic cutscenes where you see your character from a third person.
Exactly.
There's a lot going on here. Also, there's character creation.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a huge difference from one of the previous games that we created. You might remember the name. And like to really own this adventure, I don't think it would have been a wise choice to go with like a preset character, especially since the lore of the game goes about like self-modifications, like upgrades, installing cyberware, and having like an almost complete total freedom of becoming who you are. And that's kind of what the game is about, like becoming who you are, maintaining this control, trying to dodge and fight all the systems who are trying to like fit you into a certain bracket.
And that kind of emphasis on player choice was really, really clear in this demo. But also the character you are playing has a name. The name is V, right? Exactly. And they are kind of a bespoke character within this world that's, you know, you make them who you want, but they'll have a story that they go through that is like a more traditional RPG in that sense.
So this is not the first time it happens in the gaming industry, and it's mostly because of narrative reasons. Like, we figured that the narratives, the spoken dialogue can happen more efficiently, speaking to the player and the character at the same time, if we maintain a name character, but we still maintain that the name we are using leaves the room for you to be in that character. As you remember, the character was referred to as V, right?
Right.
So you get to be the remaining name of the character that you get to establish throughout the whole thing, and the appearance of the character is completely up to you.
So one thing I love is that we've gotten so accustomed to video games having a HUD, which is, you know, it can take you out of the experience. In this case, it actually adds to the experience and is sort of a mechanic because you have cybernetic implants. So being able to identify characters or see how many bullets are in your gun are in fact upgrades to your character. Speak a little bit about that, please.
Exactly. So with the previous game, we wanted to make sure that less is actually more. In this particular case, we could go a little more nuts in this regard, because seeing all sorts of bits of useful information displayed on your screen is very much part of the lore, and you can acquire that, and you can implement that as like a part of the lore and your systems that you're implementing in yourself. But we still very much like to focus on the game happening in the game, and we don't like to force information down your throat. As in, like, this is what you need to pay attention to. You're not going to approach a mission marker, but you're going to go to places. So we would like to focus on the game being, like, pretty straightforward about its content, and use the least possible amount of digital help to get you immersed as much as you can.
Yeah, there was that great scene in the demo we saw where the character kind of gets one of their eyes replaced with an optical sensor or scanner eye, and you see the eye getting implanted from the perspective of this new eye. It's very, very weird.
That's an opportunity this whole lore has to offer. Like, I don't think any other fantasy environment lets you observe yourself from the outside like in such a visceral way.
But despite that, it didn't feel overly gruesome or grim. Like, the difference in tone from the first trailer you guys showed 6 years ago to this newest one is pretty stark. Can you talk a little bit about, it seems like lighter, it seems sunnier literally, but also just a little bit kind of more lighthearted in some of its presentation?
There's still like very mature stuff going on in the demonstration and in the trailer as well. Like, of course, like toned a little down. This is actually something we've been maintaining as a consistent thing, so there's no self-gratuitous content in the game. There wasn't any in The Witcher, and there's none of that in Cyberpunk. Like, what we use, what we show to you, all has a purpose, all has a function to set a mood, to set goals, introduce characters, feelings, emotions. Everything has a purpose, and everything we do happens for a reason.
Can you speak a little bit about the scale of the world? Because you stressed the fact that it is a seamless open world, and it sounds like a bottomless experience.
Exactly. So the size of the world will be compared, of course, and people will ask us about how big is the game world. And it's a really tricky question. It's actually like, first and foremost, it's very hard to measure because The Witcher was like pretty flat. It's like landscapes, mountains, but everything is can be observed top down, right? And Cyberpunk, Night City, is very vertical. So there's a lot of vertical possibility to introduce depth to your exploration. So size-wise, I would like to repeat myself to about like what I said a couple of years earlier when we were talking about the philosophy of how we are building the world of The Witcher. It shouldn't be big, it should be enough. It should be able to house your adventure, like give home to your adventures. And when you're roaming the streets, driving, walking around, exploring the deepest gutters or the highest skyscrapers, you should never feel like that it's lacking. It should always be there for whatever you want to do.
So also, let's talk about that location a little bit. Night City is where it's set, this kind of fictional city in between San Francisco and LA, is that right?
The official name of the location, and I practiced this so hard to memorize it, is the Free State of North California. It's on the coast.
Okay. And you mentioned in the demo that this world is going to change depending on your actions and depending on choices you make as you go. Can you just talk a little bit about that?
So this is still very much a key thing, and since the world offers so many opportunities to change things in yourself and in your environment, the original values of choice and consequence coming from our previous games is more prominent than ever. You will have plenty of opportunities, as you saw probably on the game demo, several times over during a single quest. You can change your mind or alter your approach, how you want to do this. Like initially you will be introduced to a quest that is literally just talking to someone and the firefight can break out. Or if you have the necessary skills, abilities, or street cred, then you can do something completely different and end up with a result that maybe you were not even expecting.
That's something I wanted to touch on. Is it seems like you're really breaking down the barrier between sort of narrative gameplay and more interactive gameplay. Like, it doesn't feel like dropping into like a conversation moment. At several points during our demo, the character would have like a gun pointed at them, and you had dialogue options, but there was also the option to just grab the gun and start shooting. Can you speak a little bit about how constructing that works?
Yeah, so what we have is a synergy of both. We are still putting a lot of effort into having like a really, really strong narrative, of course. Storytelling is our bread and butter. I think we can say that we do that with a lot of experience behind our back. So we would like to maintain this. However, we would also like to give you an opportunity to interact with this. And we want to tell stories that are your stories, that are a result of your actions, because it's really interesting. Everything that happens in the world, especially in the world in Cyberpunk, is a result of communication, interaction, like in a violent way or non-violent way. And there's so many things to explore about that. And it's actually a lot of fun discovering all our possibilities when it comes to establishing what the story will be. Because some things are set in stone. There are some guidelines we're heading over, but a lot of things we're still discovering. And it's a super exciting journey to find out like what we can do, what we can let players do, how convenient it is for them to explore all the opportunities that we offer to them. And it changes with like basically every single person that gets to interact with this system.
And we talked about this a little bit right before we came on stage, but there's already a little bit of a conversation going on right now about, like, people are a little bit confused or bummed or whatever the word might be about it being a first-person game. Why did you guys go that way, and like, how do you feel about people kind of like disappointed that it's not just like The Witcher?
First and foremost, I really, really enjoy all the attention this subject is getting because it's important. This has been an educated decision, and again, the first-person point of view is there so you can see things happening up close. And you can really interact in a visceral manner with the game world. And it worked out well during our exploration of the genre. Third person is good with games like The Witcher, where you have a lot of motion and movement around you. But when all the things happen to you, from you, within you, first person point of view, I think, is an appropriate decision to take.
Also, with all the augmentations, it makes
especially with those.
One thing I'm curious about, Geralt, obviously a very nomadic character, wanders all over the place. In this case, we're shown V's apartment, or sort of home base. Can you speak a little bit about the role that plays in the game?
So V's apartment will be a standard thing, as in like you can own your apartment and there's a chance to own multiple. This is where you basically go home to and regroup. You're going to store your equipment there in a cool fashion, like of course style over substance. So we want to showcase your collection of clothes maybe, or your weapons. There's going to be a gear room, as you saw, and it's going to give you an opportunity to check out all the cool things that you have in like a very, very stylish fashion. So this is also to increase the feeling of ownership of the game, because one of the most important things the protagonist has is to control who she is, and you are basically what you own, and what greater way to express this than through the apartment you have.
So another thing, I mentioned this, sort of the breaking between more systematic things and then gameplay things. We saw a part equipping a jacket was done at the apartment. Can you change things from just a menu in the game, or do you have to be at your apartment to re-equip items?
That was partially to be able to show you how cool the things look in a wardrobe, right? So we have to have that. But of course, equipping items is not a location dependency. Of course, sometimes you need to fight for something, go there, fight for it, pick it up. But like, it can happen in a convenient way.
Wow. Okay. Well, obviously, we still have a lot of questions about Cyberpunk 2077. I am dying to see this demo all over again.
Especially since you missed the ending.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, back to you guys.
Thanks, guys. Now be sure to throw on your mirror shades, because when we get back, we've got another colorful look at Cyberpunk 2077.
The best way to stay up to the minute on what you love. No matter what you play, create the custom feed and filter what you want to watch. Live streams have never been easier to find. With the floating video player on iOS, you can keep watching the live stream as you read other news. World premiere trailers.
Sorry, I was just ranting with a mute on.
Download the IGN app from the iOS.
Don't worry, you only missed me being mad.
Now, sign up for notifications and we'll alert you the second news breaks. Not only is
you guys are really far behind, by the way. I don't know if you noticed, but you're really far behind. You might before the game footage, you might want to refresh the stream real quick, just so you're closer again. I was mad. I was mad to myself. I'm still mad. I was mad at IGN though, not anything else. I'm just. Just why?
What are you waiting for?
Let's see if anyone's mad anywhere else. Just in case. Just checking. I'm mad because, honestly, listen, IGN is the worst. That's why, I guess. We just had... Sorry, we just have 10 minutes of something, back to these ads. Like, I can dream these ads right now, right? And just... We started the interview at 3 to 12, something like that. So it's roughly 15 minutes of actual interview. Ads again. Then we'll have 15 minutes of something again. Ads again. IGN, you suck. Stop. End this. Like, I'm sticking around because I want to see this Cyberpunk footage, obviously, but otherwise I would have already burned down my computer. Like, mentally. Not for real. I need my computer, obviously, but still. Yeah, and these questions were, like, apart from a few, were the same ones that we got in the other interview. So I'm hoping that the 230 one is gonna have some new questions and maybe actually discussing the gameplay. But right now, I've not learned too much new things. Ah, here we go. There we go.
Welcome back to IGN Live at E3 2018, your front row seat to the big show. Now, let's dive a little deeper into CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk and see why it's getting some of the biggest buzz at the show.
After 5 long years of waiting, we've finally gotten a closer look at Cyberpunk 2077, CD Projekt Red's massive open-world RPG follow-up based on the classic pen-and-paper RPG Cyberpunk 2020 created by Mike Pondsmith in 1988. At a glance, this might seem like your usual all-sizzle, no-steak E3 trailer, but there's a lot to take away. Here's what we noticed. If we missed anything, be sure to let us know in the comments. The trailer opens up on a transit map of Night City, where Cyberpunk is set. The narrator describes it as being the worst place to live in America. Luckily, it's a fictional city in California, located between San Francisco and LA. There's a lot to take in, but one name that jumps out is Orbital Airspace Center, which would suggest that this game might not only be set on Earth. Maybe we'll get to visit some orbital colonies too. The two ruffians hassling the salaryman could very well be rocker boys, one of the original roles playable in the pen-and-paper RPG. In any case, street gangs play a large part in Night City. While Cyberpunk 2077 is leaning very heavily into the retro-futuristic 80s aesthetic of the original RPG, it's been infused with real-life technological advances like smartphones, which will undoubtedly play a role in the game alongside all the fictional tech like cybernetic enhancements. Megacorporations are also a main theme in Cyberpunk, and we can see the name Arasaka on one building, which is a private security firm specializing in paramilitary contracting. It's very likely players will either be working for them or against them. Presumably, players won't be limited to taking the train, and the trailer emphasizes vehicles, both on the ground and in the air. We can see Night City Police Department on the right side of this plaza. Depending on how they handle character creation, Cop is one of the original role archetypes, and the same goes for the corporates in this meeting. In the parking lot where this guy is getting kicked under the sign for Bushido 3, there's graffiti on the wall that reads, "Where's Johnny?" This could refer to Johnny Silverhand, who was a famous rocker boy and a sample character in the original Cyberpunk. Given the numerous bar minigames in the Witcher series, it seems likely that Cyberpunk 2077 will have billiards. The cowboy leaning on the pool table also makes an appearance in the background earlier in the trailer, so he could be a key character. There's a kid jacked into a VR headset. Will there be video games within this video game? The same goes for robot boxing, which could be a similar system to the fight clubs from the Witcher games. As the camera pulls away from the AUG's makeup tutorial, there's a poster on the wall for someone called Lizzie Wizzy, and some newspaper magazine clippings hinting at violence erupting at one of her shows. Pop stars and performers like Lizzie or Johnny Silverhand were often more than just public figures in the cyberpunk world. They'd often find themselves in the middle of conflicts, using their charisma and fame to rally people to their cause. Maybe Cyberpunk will let us recruit our own followers and send them on missions. Night City is sure to have plenty of densely packed urban sprawl, but probably some rural areas too. Who's to say there can't be hillbillies in Cyberpunk? Trauma teams are privately operated paramedic squads, and it's likely that, should we run afoul of some street gangs, we'd be able to pay for their services to tend to any injuries we might have sustained. This poor sap getting his circuits fried on a plane is likely a victim of corporate espionage. There have been at least 4 full-fledged wars between the mega corporations of Cyberpunk's version of the 21st century, and it's likely that these conflicts will be a big part of the main story of 2077. Jacking into cyberspace plays a major role in cyberpunk fiction, and it'll be interesting to see how it's handled in-game. It'd be a little silly for CD Projekt Red to build a massive open world only to have players roleplay as people staying indoors and going online, but at the very least, expect this game to definitely have some kind of hacking mechanic. Stealing a dude's cybernetic eyeball is pretty gross, but if it's a means of improving your character, that works, and really, cybernetic augmentations go a long way explaining an upgrade system within the story of a video game. Hey, the license plate reads CP77, get it? Once again, a big focus on driving, which seems almost out of place in an RPG, but considering the amount of time spent on horseback in The Witcher 3, it makes perfect sense. How many vehicles will there be? How much customization? We have no idea. This game is still a ways out. But because CD Projekt Red is fully aware of how closely people will be looking at this trailer, they put a nice handy FAQ in a single frame. It doesn't give a whole lot of hard info, but it reiterates some stuff that we already knew. They'll release the game when it's good and ready, but there's currently no release date. There will be no microtransactions or DRM, and they plan to offer free DLC and expansions like they did with The Witcher. Of course, if you'd like to know more about this universe, there's 30 years worth of lore to dig through from Mike Pondsmith's original Cyberpunk 2020 RPG, but we'll have to wait and see how much of it shows up in 2077. Though hopefully we don't have to wait until the year 2077 to find that out.
Ubisoft came into the show with a lot to prove. Let's see if they pulled it off.
I don't know, up in the balcony, are you guys ready?
I am visibly sad.
Let's start the show.
Let's do it.
I expected literally anything. Literally anything. I got none of it. I'm sorry. Next year I'm just gonna fly to E3 myself or something because... Come on. Come on! You knew what we were expecting. You knew what we were hoping for. You knew what we were watching for. What do we get? Nothing. None of it. None of it is what we got. Sod off, IGN. Come on. I am. Thanks for the resub, Boosamore. Today is weird. I'm gonna stay up for the 231. If I don't see any gameplay there, I am going to assume that the gaming media has formed a cartel and is now selling off gameplay footage of Cyberpunk at a ridiculous price. And if that's not the case, then maybe everyone was murdered who has seen the gameplay footage, you know. Or both. Or both, right? Analyze the trailer. Like, everyone's already analyzed the trailer. Come on, that's not new. And I'm pretty sure that IGN has this video up on their YouTube channel already, so it's just... Now, I'm actually gonna send you guys over to... Where do you want to go? Someone who's also streaming E3 things? I doubt it. No, there's not even that much E3 stuff going on anymore. So, yeah. I'm gonna be on Discord, waiting for the 2:30 while I record some stuff. And Energize, the thing is, people have seen gameplay. I can't imagine they don't want to show at least a little bit to the public, like just a little bit. I don't even want to see much. Just a little bit. And it's about 2-ish hours until 2:30 to 2:31. And the 2:31, in case you are interested in watching that as well. Let me see. The 2:31 on the schedule is the E3 Coliseum Live. Copy paste this for you here, so you don't forget. That's where you can find more Cyberpunk. Going forward, I'm gonna turn you off, IGN. I hate you, so leave. Here, you can look at Jorvath instead. It's much better. I'm gonna log off here. I'm gonna shove you elsewhere. That's okay, DK. You didn't actually miss that much. I'm gonna send you over to. You guys wanna? Oh, Ellie's working on Senua. I think I'll send you over to some Senua, because we can. Is that a good idea? Of course, it's a good idea, Jinzy. You're brilliant, brilliant. All right. I'll have a video on all the Cyberpunk stuff probably tomorrow. Until then, have a very lovely evening, morning, or afternoon. Have a very lovely day, and thank you very much for watching me writhe in agony. I didn't enjoy it, but I hope you did. Vampyr.